Welcome to the Pester Line broadcast live of your Colorado Avalanche. I'm Michael LeBlanc with you as always for these wonderful Wednesday night, late night games. I'm going to take this off the screen here. That's a huge mistake. Happy to be here with you guys on this beautiful Wednesday. It is a hot one here in Colorado, so I'm interested to see how that will affect the ice as the Colorado Avalanche gets set to take on the Dallas Stars in a 4-point game of epic proportions, as the Colorado Avalanche need this one in so many ways, if we really are honest about it. It's a massive game for Colorado, for sure. Let's take a look here at the scoreboard around the NHL first, and then we'll get into some of the stories of the week, and then the stats and lineups for the game tonight. Puck drop is probably in about 35-ish minutes. In about 15 minutes, so I apologize. So games that are already underway, the game that's on TNT right now, preempting this Avalanche game, is the Devils and the Rangers. That one currently 5-3 in favor of the Devils. Jack Hughes just pots another one at 13:05. 38 shots on goal for the Devils tonight as they beat the Rangers into submission. What a night for the Devils. 4:11 left in that one, or 3:48 according to the app. The Penguins currently leading the Hurricanes in a stoppage, 5-4. Ben Kendall making the fifth goal for the Penguins tonight as they've found their groove a little bit here after that nice pounding of the Avalanche on Monday night. A little tough one to watch for any any Avs fans. Glad I wasn't doing a live stream for that one that night, but another big goal night for the Erik Karlsson with 2 goals, including a power play goal. Sidney Crosby, a goal in his return as well for the Penguins. Also in the third, oh my gosh, Jasper Brett makes it 6-3 Devils. They should just switch once the Avs game starts. Like that should just be a switchover situation here. In the other game active right now, it's 3-0 in the third period, it's 2-0 in favor of the Capitals on top of the Sens. Tom Wilson and Alexander Ovechkin, the 2 goal scorers for the Capitals. 2 other games later tonight, also starting around the same time as the Avalanche game at 7:30. The Blues take on the Flames in a game of no consequence to the playoffs. And on the other side, it will be an 8 o'clock puck drop for the Ducks and the Flyers. That one having some playoff implications, not so much for the Flyers, more so for the Ducks. Ducks currently tied with Edmonton, but with 2 games in hand, so a chance to gain some ground back on Edmonton, who are starting to kind of find their groove a little bit. Seattle back in the second wild card spot. Utah's holding ground, doing a good job currently. 5 points still clear. The Avs and Stars, the Avs with a game in hand still will have a game in hand again tonight. Still 3 points up on the Stars, but that game has a lot more implication on it, as Dallas losing their first game in regulation actually to the Mammoth on Monday night. In their last 10 games. The other loss they had was a shootout loss to the Avalanche just a few nights ago. So 2:32 left in that Devils Rangers game. Let's take a look at the lineups and stats for your Avs and Stars game tonight. So for the Stars, still without Mikko Rantanen, so there'll be Robertson, Johnston, and Bork on the top line, Steele, Duchesne, and Ben as your second line. Benting, Harakawian. I'm sure I'm butchering that, but I apologize. And Blackwell, your third line. Bach, Bastian, and Arne, your fourth line. Your pairings are Heiskanen and Lindell, Harley and Lundqvist, Myers and Bischel. Otter more than likely in net over DeSmith tonight. Otter 28, 10, and 5 with a 2.62 goals against average and a 90% save percentage, with 2 shutouts on the year. Robertson, your leading goal scorer on the season with leading points getter, 36 goals, 44 assists, 80 points. Wyatt Johnston having a Michael LeBois-esque NHL 26 season, as he has 37 goals, 37 assists, and 74 points. For some reason, I always like to balance out my stat lines a little bit more than I normally do, which is kind of funny to think about. And then their top scoring defenseman is Miro Heiskanen, 9 goals, 48 assists, 57 points on the year. They have the second-ranked power play, 10th-ranked penalty kill, 5th in goals for, and 2nd in goals against. But the interesting thing, goal differential. But the interesting thing about them in general, the Stars, they're number 1 or tied for first in almost every statistic since January 23rd. They've been one of the hottest teams in hockey since the turn of the calendar in 2026. So that's something to look out for if you're the Avalanche tonight. As we mentioned, the Stars 42, 15, and 10. They are 8-1-1 in their last 10 games, but they did lose to the Mammoth 6-3 on Monday. The season series between the Avs and the Stars is currently tied at 1 game apiece. As both teams have had games of note. Dallas winning in a shootout 5-4 in October. The Avalanche winning 5-4 in a shootout on March 6th. And yeah, there's that. So for the Avalanche tonight, it will be not 11-7. It'll be back to 12-6 as they recall Ivan back to the lineup. So it'll be Nuke, Mack, and Natchez on the top line. Kadri, Brock, and Waugh on the second line. Kelly, Drury, Kiwi, third line. Fourth line will be Bardakov, Brindley, and Ivan on the fourth line tonight. The Avs will have Taves, Makar, Manson, Burns, Kulak, and Malinsky. And I haven't confirmed this yet. I'm actually going to go right now and confirm this at the moment. Just because I want to make sure that we got everything right tonight for this matchup. Unfortunately, I didn't get here in time. Casey DeSmith actually looks like he's... Oh, no, those are just in alphabetical. No, Casey DeSmith looks like he's going to start tonight, and then it'll be Scott Wedgwood for the Avalanche. DeSmith, 14-5-5 with a 2.40 save percentage, 90 or goals against, 97 save percentage, 90.7 save percentage, and 1 shutout for him this season. Top scorers for the Avalanche, as we know, Nathan MacKinnon, 45 goals, 65 assists, 110 points. Natchez, 31 goals, 50 assists, and 81 points. He's been one of the hottest players in the league in the last 10 games. And Nathan MacKinnon, who has been, Cale Makar, who has been held scoreless over the last few games. Still leading all defensemen for the Avalanche with 19 goals, 49 assists, and 68 points. 2 assists in the last 2 games, I apologize, after being held pointless against Edmonton, Minnesota, and Seattle. Not in that order, but has an assist against Winnipeg and assist against Pittsburgh. Both those games, tough losses for the Avalanche in the last little bit. For the Avs, they are 44-13-9. Losers of their last 2, 6-4 in their last 10. They did lose 7-2 to the Penguins on TV, national TV, just Monday. And yeah, that's a tough break for the Avs. Hopefully, a rebound is in play for them tonight. Some of the bigger stories of the NHL in the last few days, of course, the Radko Gudas storyline and situation with the 5-game suspension from the League of from the Department of Player Safety. The interesting aspect about that is that the Department of Player Safety has essentially been cooked by some of the stars in the NHL, specifically Connor McDavid. and George Peros was asked to kind of respond to some of the questions. If you haven't had a chance, you should really check out that interview. I'm going to give a shout out to the Steve Dangle podcast for really having the wherewithal to kind of post that entire conversation, which is always really interesting to see from the perspective of a fan like myself, as we, challenge ourselves to be more open to challenging decisions from guys like a George Peros, like a Gary Bettman. And it's nice to see a guy like Connor McDavid use his voice and his presence to really step up and be that guy. And I think it's important for the players to have a voice and be opinionated and allow themselves to take that risk. One of the things I mentioned on the episode that just dropped on Sunday, go back and check out episode Rule 3111. I mentioned that there was proof that there would be a decision about the McKinnon overturn because Bednar didn't get fined. Bednar didn't get fined for his comments. Bednar didn't get in trouble for essentially questioning the decision of the referees, and that told me that the league was going to have Colorado's side. Now, I'm very much pro Toronto. I like a lot of the guys on the team. I've been a big fan and rooted for them for a while just to kind of be more successful. They are a memeable team. As an Arsenal fan in the world of soccer, I know what a memeable team is all about. They've been in their banter FC era for about a decade, and you have to take those lumps as you'd get them. And truth be told, and in all honesty, I am standing strong on the fact that I truthfully respect Austin Matthews, and the tragedy of it is he essentially took a knee on knee and is not going to be able to play again, maybe even until late next year, and there's literally nothing the league is doing about it except really just throwing George Peros to the wolves, which is the most beautiful thing I could imagine. As Peros is a huge joke to a lot of people in the NHL. It's an unfortunate situation for Toronto losing their captain for the remainder of the year. Even though it's a lost year, it still hurts to lose that. But hopefully they can find some joy in that situation and really make the best of it as they try to push their way through. Big shout out to the Denver market now as we transition over to the Orlando Women's Sports. Huge shout out to us filling up Ball Arena again for the Frost and the Sirens. An unfortunate situation for the Sirens in that one as one of their star players unfortunately took a pretty bad knee injury and is out for it sounds like the remainder of the year for her. So we wish the Sirens the best of luck, but go Frost. I'm a Taylor Heasey guy all the way. 6 minutes to puck drop at Ball Arena between the Stars and the Avalanche. My keys to the game tonight are get to DeSmith early, and honestly, shoot. McKinnon had a great presser the other day, post game after the Penguins game, and again, shout out to DNVR and the Steve Dangle podcast for bringing that to my attention. Just being honest. Not doing enough. Really not doing enough. And they need to be better. It really comes down to just be better. They need to shoot more. They need to be more on top of things. They need to be the better team tonight. Again, no Rantanen, so a little less fear on that regard. Unfortunately, Rantanen not being there kind of reduces some of the pain of this, but God, I hate Jamie Benn. But also, make sure you don't let the physicality go the way of Dallas. If Dallas allows themselves to be the more physical team, they'll take away a lot of the pressure and push Colorado to make a lot of mistakes. And that's the other part, too. They need to play 60 minutes of hockey tonight. Not 40, not 25. Fuck, not even 30. They got to play 60 minutes of hockey tonight. And if they want to win, that's going to be the biggest key. And I honestly think they have the group to do it. I'm glad they're going back to 12-6 tonight. It'll be good to see Ivan in the lineup. I'll be interested to see what the shuffling looks like tonight as they talk to Wyatt Johnston for some reason in Ball Arena at the moment. But shout out to Avs faithful tonight. Hopefully they can have a big impact Well, that would be why. Wyatt Johnston with career highs in goals and points this year, and is an assist shy of tying a career high. So a hell of a year for the kid. We'll be honest. I have a NHL 26, NHL 33 team that I built with Wyatt Johnston as my number one center. So it does make a huge difference in some occasions, and it's always fun to see what some of these teams can do. But man, does Dallas just kind of rub me the wrong way. But we'll see what happens once this game begins. Live from Ball Arena here in just a few minutes. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, jump on the chat, and do whatever you guys need to do. Just happy to be here for you guys on this beautiful, actually, let's see. It's currently still 70 degrees in Denver, and it is almost dark out. So always fun to be a part of the action in some regard and enjoy the weather that's presented to us today. Both teams coming off of tough losses, high impact losses across the board. So we'll see what happens there. 3 minutes to puck drop. The Avs in their beautiful rivalry jerseys tonight. We're in the Quebec Nordiques jerseys on Monday, which was an unfortunate tragedy to watch them get their butts kicked in those things. Because God, I love those jerseys. So we'll see what comes of tonight. Thank you again to Score Leader. No actual promotion from them tonight, but huge thank you to them for having a free service to give me a score bug to be able to track scores and shots for you guys. I would track the clock, but the clock requires me to actually be on time with the clock, and I have too much other stuff to do to stay maintained with all of you guys tonight. So sorry, Alex is still in Brazil and he's texting me, so I have to kind of take a look at what's going on here. Okay, fantastic. I love it. I'm gonna call this out in the broadcast here. Alex found out that you can actually order Red Bulls with your McDonald's meal in Thank you, Spencer. Hello, it's me. But Alex found out you could order Red Bulls with McDonald's meals in Brazil, so he's very excited about that. In a lot of ways, I respect it wholeheartedly. It's fantastic. We are now counting down the seconds to puck drop here. I tried to reduce the latency a little bit to see if maybe I could keep us from having to do too much extra stuff tonight, and try to reduce the delay a little bit, but it's not always the case. Awesome. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean that's also a true statement, Spencer. It could help with the speed it through the body and really kind of help clear you out a little bit. Please make sure to hit that like button, the subscribe button if you haven't already, as well as we get started for this first broadcast of the week for us. There might be a few more. This fellow between the benches has some style. Man, what a vest. I didn't get a chance to see who the crew is tonight, but definitely happier to be me if you guys want to take that chance and enjoy this game with me tonight. McKinnon in the face-off circle to start this one off. McKinnon, Nichushkin, and Natchez, Bork, Johnston, and Robertson. And we're underway as the Avs lose the opening face-off. Kulak pair out there first for the Avs, going with the physicality to start. And Malinsky's shot. Puck goes up to Nuke and slips through. Good news, all the Dallas lineups look like they're consistent at the moment, so that's a plus. Passes forward, and Bischel will touch up. Looks like it was an offsides. So it is going to be Ottinger tonight. Okay, good. So 28, 10, and 5, 262 save percentage, or goals against with a 90% save percentage and 2 shutouts. And Wedgwood, 25, 5, and 5, 2.23 goals against, 91.5% save percentage and 3 shutouts for the member of the Lumberyard. Face-off won by the Stars in their own zone and pushed back. Dumped around. Kadri Nelson and Waugh. Kiwi Ronta. Okay, yeah. The Avs will have the same lineup that I called out, which is nice. So it'll be Taves and Malinsky tonight. Makar and Kulak. And Manson and Burns. So splitting up the top pairing. An interesting call there. As the whistle blows and time stops here. Out tonight for both sides, Fosca, Hintz, Rantanen, Sagan, Landeskog, Lehkonen, LOC, and Colton. So both teams missing a large contingent of players. That's 4 apiece. That's pretty rough. Mostly the Avs missing all forwards. Sans Foxa, the Stars missing 4 forwards. Sagan done for the year. Unfortunately for Dallas, he's been out all year, but it's confirmed that he's done. Nice fight by Kadri in the corner to get the puck out and spun back around and throws it in front, deflected and not on net. Ottinger fighting it off. Duchesne sends it up. And good job by Malinsky to force a play, and it'll go offside. Great job by Malinsky to pin off Sam Steele there and force them to move the puck away. Oh, cool. Yeah, I reduced the latency to low. So I might try very low next time and see what happens. So it could just be a risky situation depending on internet choice. Luckily for me, I have good internet, so that helps. Face-off won by Dallas. Pushed across the zone and out. Spun in. Tipped by the Avs. Ooh, body's just kind of flailing around. Burns is going to throw it back to Manson. Off to the left and up the ice. Avs trying to make a push. Does Bardakov. Nice job forcing the body. Brindley and Ivan out there with him now. Brindley pushing it to Bardakov. Slips through everybody. And it looks like Bardakov's going to get a tripping penalty pretty early on here, so we'll see what that decision is. Puckets moves up the zone. Carried through and pushed back by Harley. Sent back and reset. It's going to bounce off the boards. Touched up by Manson, and we'll get a whistle. So an early penalty here for the Avs. Oh, nice. Okay, sweet. That's good to know. I'll remember that for next time. So, unfortunately, Bardakov just gets his skates caught in Lundqvist's gets his stick caught in Lundqvist's skates. And an early brutal check there on Ivan. Welcome back to the lineup, Mr. Two Name. Good to see. So, 17:54 left. Still no shots on goal. But the Avs on the penalty kill here early. Tripping penalty from Bardakov early on. Wyatt Johnson leading the league in goals, tying the franchise record with 22 power play goals on the year. Man alive. Avs cleared out and down the ice. So good look to see how the Avs can start this one. Not necessarily the way I would hope they'd start it, but better than nothing. Coming through, Johnston offside as they tried to force their way through. Good job by the Avs to create an issue. So it'll be Ben, Robertson, Duchesne, Johnston, and Heiskanen on the power play unit for the Stars tonight. Face off from outside the Avs zone, won by Waugh. One back and flung down the ice past Ottinger, and killing more time off here as Heiskanen picks it back up. Drop pass tipped by Drury, but reset to Johnston through Harley. Carries it through, tipped over. Robertson to Heiskanen, back to Robertson. Through traffic, blocked away, blocked by Makar. Sent the back in front, tipped away from Ben. Puck moving to the corner, sent back around. Duchesne pushes it to Harley. Harley to Robertson. Robertson to Johnston, back to Robertson. Back to the top to Heiskanen, back to Robertson. Spun back to Johnston, back to Robertson. Good job by the Avs to keep him to the outside, forcing Robertson to lose it, and a clear out by the Avs. Great job there. What a job to keep them cycling the puck, moving it around as the second unit comes out with Harley now. Harley has that one tipped by Nelson. Reset, speeding through the zone. Bork going across in front. Nobody there. Picked up by Bunting. Back to Harley. Back to Bunting. Off the skates. Moving across in front. Bork shot blocked. 14 seconds left. Nichushkin has a chance to clear it, and he does. That might do it. Great kill by the Avs to start this one off. Fantastic work on a very good Dallas power play, or very good Dallas power play. Puck moved up in front. Good job by Kulak to cut it off. Stars back through. No shots on that power play, by the way. Shot through traffic wide. Picked up by the Avs. Opportunity knocks. Harley picks it up as it's dumped out. Tipped in. Waves off the icing as Malinsky goes back to pick it up. Sends it through. Quick touch. Carrying through is Kadri. Bodied at the line and nothing there. Comes back through. Kadri. Quick touch to McKinnon, who gets back in the zone. Skates through. Shot short side blocked by Ottinger. Puck back behind the net. 15 to go here. Looks like McKinnon may have missed that one wide. Doesn't look like it hit Ottinger. No shot registered as of yet. Puck goes deep. And no whistle. Good job by Malinsky to get back. Drury picks it up. Cycling through. Nope. Decides to carry it. Drops it there to Kiviranta, who's cut down. And they're going to say he blew an edge. Good job by Makar to cut that one off across ice in front of the goal to Taves. Taves looping it up right into the body of the Stars defenseman. Johnston trying to play it up to Bork. Gets stolen by Nelson. Here comes Taves. Dumps it back behind the net. Cycle around, chopped at, and floated up. A little piece of stick. Looked like the puck there for a second. As Makar and Taves are back together. Gets it up to Kadri. Kadri dumps it through. Waugh and Nelson out there now with him. Pushed through by Bischel, but nobody there. Tipped and corralled again by the Avs. Throws towards Kadri. Tries to throw a backhand. And they're bodied up, but lost the puck. And pokes through. Shot, save, rebound. Nelson gets it. Plays it, tries to play it back. Good job by the Avs to try and body it. Nothing there. Picked up by Makar. Still no shots registered at this point. Puck moves through. And poked out of the zone. Kicked by the line. Looked like the linesman kicked it, but nothing there. The Avs trying to get back onside. Touch up. Ottinger playing it around to his defensive partner. Kicked through. Grabbed by the Stars. Good hit. And slowed down. Natchez has it. Quick touch to him. Big hit in the corner. Puck deflected. Quick touch, but kept in by Harley. Nope, lost. And the Avs have a chance. Nichushkin breaking through, going for it. Shot. Saved by Ottinger. Gets the glove on it just in time. And we have our first shot and our first whistle in a minute. Great job by the Avalanche to push the pace there. First shot on goal. And Colorado had a chance, but Otter slowing it down. Head into our first TV timeout. Great to see again. I love Ivan being back in the lineup. Hopefully we can get Colton back. Reports are from the other night. I believe it was Leah Hextall said that O'Connor should be back within the week. They're saying there's potential he could be playing against Chicago on Sunday, which is awesome. We love Ivan, correct, or Ivan. And it's just it's good to see that the Avs decided to go back to 12-6. I think the 11-7 experiment worked for one game, but definitely not against Winnipeg or Pittsburgh. No offense to Blankenberg, I feel like he was noticeable in a lot of positive ways. Yeah, that's what the report was, that O'Connor and Landy have been adjusted to day. Lecky and Colton are week to week. Or Colton's also day-to-day, but they're not necessarily sure what the full issue is. And Max Presser, I mentioned in the pregame, was a big eye-opener for a lot of folks, I think. Very positive look for him as a very loud voice and a leader in a lot of ways, in my opinion, at least. I feel like he stepped up and was very vocal, which is not normal for him if you think about it. He's more of an act guy. He's not a vocal leader very often, at least publicly. And to hear him say the things he said in that presser post-game against Pittsburgh, it's proof that I think he knows he needs to change his role a little bit. And you know, it's unfortunate that he's kind of had to become that guy a little bit more and more as the seasons have progressed without Landeskog. But I think Landy being in his ear and being the McKinnon whisperer that he has been in the past can make a huge difference. Face-off won by Dallas in their defensive zone. Puck gets played up. Looking for a seam. Finds Johnston. Trying to go through. Great job by McCarr and McKinnon to cut that one off. McKinnon physical in the corner as the puck gets pulled away by Johnston. Robertson picks it up. Sends it around. Poked back. No, whiffed on by Heiskanen. Sends through. Puck corralled by the defender, thrown up and tipped into the zone, but Kadri's going to corral it first. Nas just lost it, ran into a pile of stars. You know, agreed with that, Spencer. People don't understand that, you know, sometimes the players can say things differently than coaches can. And one of the biggest parts that I don't think people really understand is it's been an issue across, like you said, both teams. I mean, they're both dealing with some pretty significant injuries, and that's creating a lot of the conversation right now. But I don't think people pay attention enough to the A to know what's going on. And on top of that, you know, it would be different if we weren't down 5 forwards. Like who else in the forward group can they call up exactly? And that's a big challenge. So it's good to see that Ivan was able to come up today. And plus the Eagles are playing well. So you gotta take that into account. You can't, you don't want to disrupt your program all the time. Kiviranta has the puck in the corner, 12-11 to go. Puck moves around the boards as Taves gets hit. Stars fans have also been huge jerks about puck going towards the net, slipped past. Looking, holds, looking for a play. Kiviranta holding up. Bodied up behind the net and forced off the stick, but comes to the play. Kiviranta just lost it there, and the puck trickles out of the zone into the neutral zone. Pile up at the blue line as Taves takes it behind the net. A little break check there. They're being jerks about the whole Rupe Hintz knee injury situation when McKinnon did absolutely nothing. But, then a couple nights later, he gets the game, the issue with the Oilers. And, then they're like, oh, it's just proof that McKinnon's dirty. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Sounds good. Yeah, the Eagles are down quite a few guys as well. They've had to sign a few AHL contracts to just field a team this year. It's been a rough year up in Loveland. Burns behind the net with 10:50 to go, waiting for something. This is where the crowd usually boos. Well, I'm glad I have my headphones in because I can't hear the broadcast. Just a heads up, I can just see what's going on. Brindley gets back there. Puck gets thrown up by Johnston. Couldn't be corralled by the front line. Oh, yeah, no, of course they don't. They don't talk about anything that's negative against, Jamie Benn or Rupe Hintz or even now Mikko Rantanen. So 10-17, only one shot on goal between the two teams so far in this game. Lindell trapped behind the boards, trapped behind the net. Held up by Bardakov, who's taking the lone penalty in this one. Oh, I'm sure they were. They always do. Brindley has it slip through him. Not enough for an icing, though, as Myers picks it up. Tyler Myers, a guy that has grown on me over the years as a physical defenseman. Used to be a bit of a goon in his early years, but that's probably just the Winnipeg effect. Throws that one down behind the net, tipped off, and almost kept in, but Nichushkin has it. Nuke, cross-ice pass, drop back, quick touch. Tried to get it over to Nuke and just could not control it. That was McKinnon. McKinnon couldn't take a shot there. Wish he could, but got caught in his skates. Nichushkin throwing it around. Corralled by Makar. No whistle there. Okay. Nichushkin drops to McKinnon. McKinnon back to try to get it back to Nuke. Deflected on net. Oh, man. Unnecessary contact again from Bischel. Shocking, I know. Just remember, Bischel, bit of a clown, as we know. Myers, I like that. Parker Kelly trying to go on the hit on Myers, and Myers puts him down. Yeah, Bischel is a punk for sure. That pairing of Bischel and Myers is a gritty group, and I appreciate the fact that they're aggressive. Thank you to the 4 people watching here. Don't forget to like if you haven't yet already. Subscribe. Leave jump in the chat. Spencer's our chat hero always. Always happy to have her here with us every live stream that she's not at a game. When that happens, it's always fun too. I know that we don't have our other voice who wants to have a food conversation on the podcast at some point in Aaron, but we all know the risky situation that can lead to, as Aaron is is a hot dog, a sandwich question kind of person, or is cereal soup, those weird philosophical sports questions that come up, or food questions that come up from time to time. Yeah, I assumed he was at the game tonight. Aaron, a phenomenal season ticket holder for the Colorado Avalanche. Always a pleasure. We are officially also a month away from the playoffs starting, which is fantastic in a lot of ways. It's exciting to think about how much can change in the brackets in the next month, especially in the East, as it is a cluster in the East. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the NHL scoreboard right now. Games that are done first. Penguins end up losing that game in overtime. A late goal from Keandre Miller at 17:09 ties it up, and then Sean Walker, who assisted on the game tying goal, his 7th of the year, a game winner from Aho and Jarvis to put them over the edge. So the Penguins lose 6-5 in devastating fashion, and then the Devils absolutely walked the Rangers 6-3 in that one. The Avs clearing the puck out of the zone here. Nope, kept in. McKinnon trying to push it down. Does. He's got Nichushkin at 8:54 left to go here in the first period. Puck cleared off his stick as he tried to split 2 defenders with the pass and just couldn't do it. Tipped, though. Throwing it across. Picked up. Drop back pass. Natchez looks. Pass deflected. Dropped back again. Tries to get to McKinnon. Throws it towards the net. Nothing there. Stick lifted. Great job. and sent back to Natchez, who's at the point. Through traffic, blocked by his own man, Nichushkin, trying to get it back, and misses the pass. Off of McKinnon back to Taves to Molinsky as they set to try to move it up. Oh, off the stick of Nelson and out as the Stars corral and throw it forward, but it's picked off there by the Avs. Kicked across the stick. Kadri has it, holds, takes it behind the net, shoots, deflected wide. Carried up quick by the Stars, pushed off the puck and around. Corralled by Wedgwood, tries to throw it up off the boards, nothing there, cut off by Bunting. Michael Bunting, one of the feistiest small guys in hockey. Played off the puck, deflected, and denied, blocked by the Avs. Tried to throw it up, but nothing there. Good job by the Stars to clear it, or keep the passing lanes from being open. As Nelson just dumps it in, keeps it in, turns, looks in, throws it towards the net, off a defender, and thrown up and out. Caught by the Avs. Pushed down. 7:15 to go. Puck bouncing through Myers. Cut off there by Drury. There's a nice hit from Kulak and by Kelly. Puck gets thrown forward by Myers, and Makar corrals as he's pushed. Pulled up by Kulak. I like the blender on the D pairings. I think that should be interesting. Looks like it might have hit the netting. And as we look at, and the Capitals win 5-4. Ovechkin, Tom Wilson, Stützle gets his goal. Protosh, and an empty net power play goal for Cole Hudson. His first NHL goal, a empty net power play goal. His brother can't say that, so that's fair. Thank you, Spencer, for giving me that one as well. And as for games in action, we'll take a look at those in just a second. 6.5 to go. Nichushkin. Looks like they're going to rule that one offside. Games in action right now. The Flames, thanks to Connor Zary and Igor. I always get his name wrong. Sharon Govich. The Flames lead the Blues 2-0 on that. Strome with the only assist on one of them. Flyers and Ducks just underway. No score in that. Oh, actually, I take that back. Glendening pots a goal on the second shot of the game for the Flyers, unassisted at 2:50. That happened right in front of my face. Oh, man. So 6:28 to go here in this period. Won by the Avs here. Taves throwing it in. Ottinger slowing it down. Chopped at by the Stars and out. Puck rolled on itself a little bit as Molinsky picks it up. Carries it behind the net and resets. Puck gets away from him but out of the zone, so Dallas forced to retreat. Carried up by Molinsky past the red line, into the zone, dump. Chased down by Lindquist. Off the boards and out of the zone. Ben pushing it forward, but chopped back by the Avs. Kadri. Cross ice pass to Burns. Tries to find Nelson in the seam. They're going to call icing on that one. Burns with a little heat on that one. Nelson thought he touched it, but guess they said no. Looks like it's not an icing because they're going to a break. So it looks like maybe it deflected out of play. But big games for playoff contention for a couple of these ones. With the Penguins losing to the Hurricanes, Hurricanes extend their lead over Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh does pick up a point, but the Hurricanes now push to a 8-point lead over Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh maintaining a 1-point lead over the Islanders. and only a 3-point lead over Columbus. So Columbus still sitting also with a game in hand, so Columbus could actually catch the Islanders as well. The Atlantic, not nearly as tight as the Metro. Well, actually, yeah, it is as tight as the Metro. Boston only trailing Montreal by 2 points. Montreal only trailing Tampa Bay by 2 points. And Buffalo leading Tampa by 4 points. Don't forget that Detroit is also just sitting outside as well. And as of right now, Florida is currently in last place in the Atlantic. I mean, they're done. I think they are done, which is insane to think about. So we will for sure have a new Cup champion this year. It's just unfortunate that we could still have a Florida team win a Stanley Cup as Tampa Bay is still in the running. But hopefully that Montreal Tampa Bay series could be a really fun one if it stays that way. Tampa Bay also 2 games in hand on Buffalo. With that 4-point difference. So we'll see what happens. But Tampa has lost 7 of their last 10, although they did win their last game of the season. The Avs win the face-off in it was a blown dead situation. It looked like a mistake, maybe an offside. I couldn't really tell. But 5:27 to go. Puck floating over the top. Here comes Kadri into the zone. Cut off by the Harley Lundqvist pairing and also Jamie Benn. As Duchesne gets set to carry it out, throws it up, batted away, played with a high stick. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty blatant, but yeah. Make sure to check in on Thursday as the Blackhawks and the Wild play on ESPN and Hulu. I'll follow that up by the Mammoth and the Golden Knights. Don't forget also to watch the Hurricanes and Maple Leafs, as well as the Wild and the Lightning. That game on March 24th, right here on TNT. Kelly coming into the circle as he's been replacing. Looks like Drury, or Kiviranta even. Puck goes up off the glass, but not out of the zone. Dallas fighting to keep it in. Wedgwood slows it up just enough. Big check there to push the play out, but icing waved off as Bischel picks it up. Surprising to see Myers and Bischel. Ooh, what a hit by the Avs on the blue line. That was a Parker Kelly first shot wide for Dallas. Still no shots on goal. Kelly with a big hit, though, at the blue line of the offensive side. Kelly there to throw the hammer down. Oh, yeah. Welcome, Alex, live from Rio. Better time zone situation for you than Bangkok, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Puck moving forward. Nichushkin has it. Carrying it through the zone, being chased by 2 stars. Lindell trying to keep it off of him. Swings and misses. Kept in by the Avs. Thrown towards the net. Ooh, Ottinger almost got handcuffed there. Puck comes floating up and out of the zone. One-on-one situation, and Malinsky clears it back. Corralled by the Avs. Thrown to nobody again. Johnson's got it. Working towards the front. Shot save by Wedgwood, and he'll hold. And first shot of the game for the Stars off the stick of Robertson. Nice. Only 11:20. That's a little bit better. It would be like certainly significant AM, I'm sure, on the other side. Apparently, my book club really wants to watch Project Hail Mary this weekend, and I'm going to have to pass. I have a Carabao Cup final to watch. So it's Nelson against Bork here. Second line versus top line for Dallas. It's 3-1 favor the Avs in terms of shots. 3:53 to go here in the first period. Scott Wedgwood 4-1 in his last 5 starts. Puck travels through the zone. Traffic in front. Harley throwing it back down to nobody as the guy he was looking for was picking himself up off the ice. Puck back behind the net for Dallas. Touched in front to nobody. Malinsky throws it up, and McKinnon can't get there, but it's clearing the zone, which is good. Poked by the Avs and kept in by Dallas. Here comes Robertson. Drops it to to Johnson to Bork. Bork puts it on net, and nothing there for Dallas again. 3:21 to go. First life really Dallas found here. Yeah, Wedgwood gave up 3 goals and 5 shots in only 13 minutes in the game against Pittsburgh on Monday. Already faced 2 shots here and have been significantly better. That game, though, was just a flat game. Bad game all around for the Avs. You had an angry Malkin. You had Artur Silov's playing out of his mind. So, same old narrative. That one goes through. Heiskanen gets it back around. They try to throw it back on net. Nothing there as Wallace there to settle it down a little bit. Slips through, tipped, but kept in by Kadri. Throws it back behind the net to Waugh. 3 centers on this line, by the way. Nelson piled down and body dropped by Ben. Thrown across to Manson. Thrown in front, deflected, and kept out, but it's going to be a penalty. Looks like it's going to be on Jamie Benn. I agree, Alex. That was a rough one to watch all around. So Jamie Benn's going to go to the box. 2 minutes for holding. He essentially was gently. Oh, he's sitting there going, he's holding me. He's holding me. Was he, Jamie? Was he? Was he, Jamie? Was he? Deflected by Duchesne. Great job by Wedgwood to be there. Man, curse of the former Av. So tell me, where is he holding you when you body dropped him, Jamie? Where's the... Yeah, buddy, come on. That's a tragic experience. So the Avs coming out here, 30th ranked power play, still not the worst, which is nice. 10th in the penalty kill for the Stars. Be very curious as one of their top penalty killers is not on the ice right now. Avs flying through, drop back to Makar. Resetting here, forcing Dallas to really move a bit more. Natchez down to McKinnon. McKinnon back to Natchez. Back to McKinnon. Back to Natchez. To Makar. Passing wide and corralled by Kadri. Shot through traffic and goes wide. Pulled off of the glove of Ottinger. Back to Makar. Throws it through to nobody, but Natchez there to corral it. Resets. He's got some space. On different pass here. They go to the bumper this time. Back to Natchez. Back to Makar. Back to Natchez, who fakes the shot. Down to McKinnon. Being pushed by Heiskanen. Cross-ice pass to Natchez. Tries to shoot. Ends up getting blocked. Back to McKinnon. All the way to Makar back at the point. Drops it back to McKinnon. Back to Makar. Makar tipped. Has an opportunity. Numbers there. Favor. Score! Cale Makar buries it. And the Avs get a power play goal, a big goal, and the Avs take a 1-0 lead. That's a massive, massive goal. And part of it was, okay, Natchez in front. Let's see what happens here. So Makar goes for the pass. Someone, who bails out on that? Is that? Oh, it's the guy whose name I can't pronounce. Hurricobin. Hurricobin bit and deflected the pass, but also blew himself up and put himself way out of position and left Kadri all alone to make that pass, and a great finish from Cale Makar. And it was a perfect scenario there, overpassing a little bit again, but they get it in, and here's the difference right now. Dallas 0 for 1 on the power play. Colorado 1 for 1. So with 1:12 to go in the period, Avs leading 1-0. I think Myers and Kelly are going to fight. They have been on each other all night. Puck gets down to, speaking of Kelly again, to Drury. Drury trying to turn. Myers absolutely mashes him into the boards. And I think he hurt him. Did he hurt himself on that hit? Oh, no, Bischel looks like he's stung himself somehow. Unless the puck shot off his arm and went into the crowd. So shots are 4-2. Avs up 1. Oh, Bischel took one off the hand. Okay. Oh, no. Not Bischel. Face off in the Avs zone with 55-3 left in the period. Puck trickles in front. Broken stick flailing all over the place. As that's going to trickle all the way down. Cale may be the first defenseman in 34 years to have 3 consecutive 20-goal seasons. That shot's blocked over the top. Nelson's got it. Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Spencer Evan via Spencer. As a shot on net with 30.5 to go here. Avs starting to pepper Ottinger a little bit. I think this game's going to open up a little bit more, too. Oh, Nelson just had a chance in front. Johnston, Bork, everyone kind of tying him up there. Oh, he just hit the pad. Had a little bit more patience, he would have been destroyed, actually. Yeah, Evan Rowell, I can never say his last name, but yeah, he's a quality analyst, for sure. I very much respect him as a insider. Nelson, he tried to make the pass, deflected and pushed wide. Again, the puck's gonna go all the way down, and that should do it for the first period. The Avalanche get out with a 1-0 lead here to start this one. Great job by the Colorado Avalanche here early. First D-men since 1992 with 3 consecutive. Kinnis showing up there. And that's fantastic to to see. Great first period. That's 20 minutes in the books. They need to make sure that they continue with this pressure. That's going to be the key, though. I mean, the challenge is going to be keeping up the physicality, keeping up the intensity all around for the Avs in that first, or overall right now. It's something they need to keep an eye on. Let's take a look at the stats from the end of the first period. Avs out shooting the Stars 6-2. Stars winning the face-off battle 57-42. Let's just say 57-43. Avs 1 for 1 on the power play, 0 for 1 on the penalty, and 1 for 1 on the penalty kill as well. Both teams only taking 1 minor penalty apiece. Bardakov at 206 for tripping, and Jamie Benn at 1710 for holding, while he thought he wasn't holding. Hits are fairly even, 13-11 for the Avs. Block shots, all Dallas. 9 block shots for Dallas to 1 for Colorado. Dallas 7 giveaways to the Avs 2, but the Stars have 4 takeaways. I need to figure out how they monitor that stat because it makes no sense. The last matchup between these two will be on April 4th near the end of the season. I spun for a moment. Oh, okay. I wonder if my stream is lagging a little bit because of the need for stuff. So, with that being said, we'll be right back. I'm going to take a quick breather, go check on things upstairs, and when I come back, we'll have a walk around the league and a little bit more analysis on the first period right here on the Pester Line live broadcast of Avalanche Hockey. I love how active the chat was that I was gone for like all of 5 minutes. And I'm back now. So the silence can go back to normal. Sorry, Alex, I had to leave for a second. I just had to go check on some things. But everything's good. I know you never left. I left, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I left you. Please make sure you guys like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. That's what the banner was all about. Yes, what a pass by Nas for sure. Unbelievable look at as we look at the action of the first period. Great job by the Avalanche. I mean, not a very high event first period overall, but getting that late penalty drawn. I mean, who else but Jamie Benn to take a penalty in a situation like that? And then at 18:33 from Nazem Kadri and Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar scores his 20th of the year. I believe that is also his 10th power play goal of the season coming into tonight. Let's take a look, actually. I don't think they'll have the season stats here, which is a bummer. I'll have to pull that one up myself because I can do that because I have technology. And actually, that's only his 4th power play goal of the young season. So that's nice. Oh my gosh. We're always here. Always watching. I mean, that's why we have horror fans. I mean, I'm glad I have horror movie fans as friends and people in the chat. It's always fun. I agree, Alex. We do need to get Sean to write an intermission / timeout song. I think that's a great idea. I'd happily put it on here. It'd be way better than the painful silence of nothing. Other games going on around the league right now. Just starting the second period, the Flames lead the Blues 1-0. It looks like that other goal was actually disallowed. So 1-0 in favor of the Flames. And on the other side, the Flyers still lead 1-0. Shots are starting to even out a little bit. Luke Glendening from Cam York on that one. The goal from the Flames is Connor Zary from Ryan Strome. Games that have already ended today. The Capitals beating the Senators by a score of 4-1. Ovechkin, Wilson, Protosh, and Hudson. Cole Hudson getting his first goal of his young career, an empty net power play goal. Tim Stützle scoring the lone goal for the Senators from Giroux and Shabbat. Let's see. Anybody else get any multi-points here in this situation? No, actually, all goals and assists were individual points for those games. Pretty fun in that regard. A blown lead for Pittsburgh. Let's see, actually, Pittsburgh only led at 1 point in this game. Ben Kendall scored his 17th of the season at 15:09 to put the Penguins up 5-4, and then Keandre Miller from Sean Walker and Nicholas Ehlers tied it up at 17:09, and then Walker from Aho and Jarvis at 4:31. So with 29 seconds left, 29 seconds left in overtime. I believe it's 5 minutes now. My brain is melting. Yes, that would be awesome. That would be so much fun. Please, Alex, do that. Do that, please. But Sean Walker gets the game winner late in overtime as the Hurricanes beat the Penguins 6-5. In the other game that was on before the Avalanche game, the Devils pound the Rangers by a score of 6-3. Rangers scored 3 goals on 18 shots, but looked like it never really was in hand for them after Connor Brown scored to make it 3-2. Then Timo Meier made it 4-3. Connor Sheary picking up his 3rd goal to make it 4-3, and then Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt put the game out of hand. Hughes with another solid night as he had himself, let's see. Let's take a look here stat line-wise. Connor Brown had a goal and 2 assists. Heischer had a goal and an assist, and Hughes had a goal and 2 assists. Those are your 3 stars of the game Heischer's goal was a power play goal. Connor Brown's goal was also a power play goal, hence why they were the stars above. The Devils actually went 2 for 4 on the power play tonight, and the Rangers go 0 for 2. One of the things the Avs need to do to keep themselves at pace here in this second period is maintain the status quo. Keep the pressure up, do what they're doing best, which is really muddling up that neutral zone, not really allowing Dallas to get any shot opportunities. Truthfully, the penalty kill early kind of set the tone. Didn't allow a single opportunity for Dallas. Oh, man, a preview for Ready or Not 2. Yeah, give it to me. I'm excited to see Ice Nine Kills' new single. I think it comes out on Friday. I like the movie. But yeah, sorry, easily distracted tonight. Should be a fun second period if the Avs can maintain what they're doing. Again, first key to the game I had was to play 60 minutes and to start fast. They definitely didn't start fast, but they have played the first 20 minutes pretty solid, and can't deny that. Let's take a look at what's going on in the world of... How about we take a look and see what's going on in college basketball? As the men's tournament started yesterday with the first 2 play-in games as Howard University beats the University of Maryland Baltimore County, one of the lowest seeds to ever win a tournament game, UMBC. But unfortunately, they fall to Howard in the final minutes. Howard won 86-83 yesterday, and then Texas beats NC State. The Longhorns win that game 68-66. In matchups today, the first game today, Prairie View A&M beat Lehigh 67-55. Prairie View forward Horn scored 25.7 boards and 4 steals for him in that game. And the game currently going on, Miami of Ohio, the Redhawks, home of Ben Roethlisberger, and actually a pretty decent hockey program, currently up by 3 early in the second half on Southern Methodist University, a very historic sports program there. As the primary tournament starts tomorrow with some key matchups, Ohio State taking on TCU, Duke, number 1 seed, taking on Siena. Let's see, North Carolina playing the Rams of Virginia Commonwealth. Michigan will host Howard in the Buffalo, actually at the Key Bank Center in Buffalo. So Michigan, the number 1 overall seed this year. So that's a fun one. Gonzaga also getting a chance to play. I mean, I'm upset. I think he should have given. I think they should give him the puck. Truthfully, I think it's kind of funny. The guy's response from the Hockey Hall of Fame is he was kind of a jerky response in my opinion. Could have handled it a little bit better, but what do you expect from a guy who runs the Hockey Hall of Fame and is got a pretty rad mullet? But I don't know. Who's to know? Truthfully, like at the end of the day, let him keep the actual puck and then just make a replica and put it in the Hall of Fame. I'm not going to the Hockey Hall of Fame to see, I didn't go to the Hockey Hall of Fame to see Crosby's golden goal. I'm not going to see Jack Hughes' golden goal puck. They have some cool shit there though. If you've never had a chance to go, I highly recommend it. It's one of the coolest museums I've ever been to, in my opinion. Looking at scores around the NBA tonight. Nuggets currently trailing by 4. Christian Brown, 24 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, leading the Nuggets in those categories. But they're down by 4 with 6.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Lakers leading the Rockets 67-55. Luka Doncic with 18 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists up to this point. The Celtics absolutely annihilate the Warriors 120-99. Jaylen Brown with 32 points and 6 boards. The Thunder continue to be a problem for the NBA as they beat the Brooklyn Nets by a final score of 121-92. That one wasn't even remotely close. The Jazz, a great get-right team for the Wild. That game, 147-111. Sensabaugh for the Jazz, 41 points in a losing effort for one of the NBA's struggling franchises right now. And the Pelicans beat the Clippers in a very important game for LA. Kawhi Leonard, 25 points, 8 boards in a losing effort as they lose to the Pelicans 124-109. The U.S. did lose in the World Baseball Classic yesterday to the Venezuelan team. I believe that was yesterday. Yes, yesterday they lose 3-2 in a final. So Venezuela walking away with the gold in the World Baseball Classic. Aaron Judge goes 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, which is to not really be unexpected. Kyle Schwarber 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts as well in that game. So tough break for the United States in that regard. Great pitching effort by the group in Venezuela. 9 innings. They got 10 Ks in that stretch of time. Yeah, Tovar went 2 for 4. Didn't score, but definitely had a good tournament from what I heard. Yeah, Tovar playing for I believe he's still with the Rockies right now. Rockies 12-12-1 in spring training. I didn't realize you could tie spring training, but that's kind of cool. Fun to see that, at least they have some hope, which has been nice to have, I guess. For a franchise that is currently always struggling, it's never fun to see what happens in that regard for a franchise like the Rockies. There he is, Tovar. In 5 games with the Rockies, 3 of 14. 3 runs scored, though, and a home run. Ryan Ritter, 14 of 45, 4 doubles, a home run, 7 RBIs in spring training, looking good. So should be interesting to see what they do. I'm kind of surprised they brought up the Hughes Puck story during the Avalanche Stars game, but hurting for content this close to the playoffs, I'm sure. So we head into the second period. Make sure to tune in on Saturday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time as the Bruins take on the Red Wings. That actually has a pretty big playoff implication, so I shouldn't be too harsh. Big shocker here, but Kyle Freeland announced as the opening day starter for the Colorado Rockies for like the 17th year in a row, it feels like. Nate just taking the puck from behind the net. Avs starting off quick here. Nate just flying into the zone, goes for the shot, and it's deflected over the net. Corralled by McKinnon, thrown towards the net, off the side of the net and out. Harley tries to throw it out, but kept in by Nichushkin. Played behind the net. This time they get it out. All the way up. Cross ice pass, 2-on-1. Shot saved by Wedgwood. Johnson returns, looking for the chance. Saved by Wedgwood again as McKinnon forces him to make the tough shot. Puck trickles all the way out. Harley's corralling and tipped off of Kadri. No whistle for icing. As pretty equal run there. Waugh gets it up. Little touch pass to Kadri, throws it in front. Shot deflected and saved by Ottinger. Avs starting off quick here. Picked off, dumped in. Chasing is Waugh. Puts a hit on Heiskanen. Puck deflects off the back of Ben and poked but not away. Heiskanen has it. Skipped away. Great job by Malinsky. And then he bodies him. Unbelievable play there by Sammy M. Avs bring 4 to the zone. It's a 4-on-4 situation. Ottinger with a big rebound, and then he grabs it. Nelson getting tied up with Ben. Ben's just mad at the world. He's just a tragic story of a guy with a lot of talent and too much ego who's been trapped in Dallas his entire career. Great job by Wedgwood, though, to keep that one away from Wyatt Johnson. And then Johnson, I don't know why he didn't take the backhand there. Should have taken the shot when he had the chance. I guess maybe the puck ran on him. That's why. So shots now 7-4. Shot by the Avs, blocked in the crowd. Bischel trying to find some space to get the puck. Can't. Myers throwing a massive hit. He left his skates again. How does a guy that's like 6'5" leave his skates for a hit like that? Puck trickles through, up in the air. Burns trying to be physical to keep the Hurakoian. I'll have to look up how to pronounce his name here in a second. As the puck trickles all the way down, Ottinger forced to play it, tipped. Myers behind the net. At the next stoppage, let me look up how to pronounce this dude's name because it's going to drive me nuts. Through everyone, and that'll be an icing call. What a hit by Myers on. Myers and Parker have just been eating each other alive tonight. Puck won by the Avs through traffic and saved by Ottinger. Ritzkovin. I was actually fairly close. I was pronouncing the H. So Ritzkovin, that's how you pronounce it. Thank you. There we go. Shots 9-4 in favor of the Avs. Won by the Avs back as Nate just trying to get away from Harley. Tried to throw it in front, tipped away and out. Right, it is hard not to hit a guy high when you're 6'8", but the problem is he left his feet still. Like you can hit a guy high when you're that tall and get away with it because you're that tall, but you shouldn't need to leave your feet. Puck trickles through. Oh, looks like it skipped off the boards and popped through. Wedgwood's going to cover it and hold at 16:59. Yeah. Face off, won by Ivan. Ivan bounces off and played by Wedgwood out of the zone. All the way across. Is that Malinsky getting trapped in the corner there? Brindley has it. Yep, Malinsky and Brindley fighting down low. Scooped out by the Stars. Puck pushed forward and kicked out by the Avs. Great job to get it out. Harley throws it up ice, deflected towards the forward group there into the corner. Bach trying to throw it around and does. Heiskanen has it. Finds it forward. Saved by Wedgwood. Deflected up and batted down. Almost out. Huge hit by Bartkoven on Bach. Brindley's got it. Keeps it in. Takes the shot and right into the glove of Ottinger. But Bartkoven throwing his weight around a little bit here. Bartikov, excuse me. I'm now adding letters everywhere. But Bartikov trying to make the play here. Big hit on Erne. And Adam Erne getting pumped a little bit there. Love to see Barty throwing his weight around. Now that he actually has a third line mate, he can get a little bit more time out there with Brindley and Ivan. So it's Johnston against Nelson. 16-10 to go here in the second period. Puck one, Burns trying to throw it through traffic. Shot deflected in front and kept out. Kadri just could not find the net. Puck goes up. Dallas skating into the zone. Pushed off the puck by Manson. Good job there. Burns pinning against the boards. Puck trickles through behind the net. And Manson trying to fight for it. Blocked there. Throws it across. Kept in the zone by Dallas. Shot deflected wide. Wedgwood forcing it well wide. Good job by Burns to use the body. Pumps it out of the zone. Lindell's got it now. Throws it around. And goes towards the net. Great job by Wedgwood to keep it out. Unbelievable job forcing Duchesne to make a tough play and holds the puck in the zone. Great job by Wedgwood again with 15-24. Feeling like he's a lot more aware of where he's at again tonight. Something that, oh, man, Kadri threw that towards the net. That hit Lindell. Yeah, Lindell kept it out. Good job by him to make the play there. As Lindquist was tied up with Waugh in front. Rakoven on the face-off circle there, loses the puck and tries to go through traffic, saved by Wedgwood. Bunting being the pest that he is. Face-off false there. Drury getting kicked out of the circle, so Kelly coming in. 15-17 left here in the second period. Face-off won by Dallas. Played back. Corralled by Kiviranta up and out. Puck gets played up. Rakoven gets bodied down by Malinsky. Great job there. Puck trickles through him and out. Avs get the touch pass, and that's going to be offside. Taves just couldn't pull up. 14:54 left. Do you mean like I'm closer to live than before? That's just kind of, I'm just checking to make sure I'm not missing what you're saying here. Yes, they are. It's very scary. Puck through. Nichushkin's got it. Trying to find a little space. Cycles it back across. Makar. Shot. Ooh, handcuffed Ottinger. Good save, though. And puck's going to go all the way out as Kulak corrals. Sends it back up to McKinnon. Cross ice pass to Natchez. Correct. Score more goals than Dallas. That's something Justin used to say back in the day, Alex. Iskin takes it in. Oh, and he's crushed by Makar. Oh, my goodness. I don't think he thought Makar was going to put him down, and he did. Carrying it into the zone. 15 hits apiece, according to TNT. That's going to come all the way out. Kept back in by the Avs. Dumped in for a change. It came all the way around. Slips through the stick of Robertson as Burns sends it over to Manson. Manson trying to send it through. Gets through everybody, including Nichushkin. Because that's how we roll. Shot, save, rebound, score. And it's Jake Robertson scoring. And the Avalanche and Stars are now tied. That one sucked. That one just looked like it got through. Tough angle shot. And just like that, Robertson's back on the scoring positive side. His 37th of the year. Oh, it hit the post and just went to him. Harley laid it across. Bastian with the shot. He got handcuffed, and then just late reaction from Wedgwood, and that's a tough one. Yeah. Super bad post all the way across, and Robertson left all alone. So tied up at 1 here. at 13:38. Poked off the stick and rolls back into the zone. Burns chasing it, gets it out. Punched out, all the way out now by the Avs. Reset by Harley. Harley off the boards around Manson, bodied off the puck. Does a great job forcing it off the stick. Then his stick's getting held, no call, but that's not a surprise. Waugh carrying it up and out. Into the offensive zone, kept in by Kadri. Centers in front, deflected on net, and covered up. Oh, no, got out. Malinsky, he fakes the shot. He shoots through traffic. It's blocked by Harley. Nelson had a shot at it and just couldn't quite pull it there together. I know, too bad we couldn't trade both goalies again. That's just the unfortunate nature of hockey sometimes. Oh, tried to drop it back in front, couldn't do it. Cycling around. Lundqvist couldn't get it out of the zone. Across, and it slips through Drury's stick. Hole in the heel there. Drury retries, going cross-ice pass. Deflected, though, this time by Duchesne. Up and out. Corralled by the Avs with 12:22 to go in counting. Taves has it. Skates it back. Back with Malinsky again. Malinsky up the middle. Finds Drury. Drury decides to take the shot, and Ottinger just gloves it down. I mean, if no one's going to close on you, I don't see why you don't take the shot there. So Robertson on a tough off-the-post. Wedgwood saw it, tried to get over in time, almost got the paddle on it, too. Tough break there for the Avs. 1-1 as we head into this commercial break here. Thanks again to the 5 of you watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. We try to do every Avs game that we can across the board. Yeah, the post gets an assist, no one else. That's this. One of those situations where, and it's Bastion's first assist of the season as well, so I guess we'll call it Bastion the post. But yeah, we're trying to get this channel to grow a little bit. Opportunity for us to be present and find new ways to really approach this as a whole. Excited for the chance to bring these games to you guys at each and every opportunity we get. So make sure you take the chance to check us out and give us a shout. Let us know where you're watching from. I know we've got a couple people here watching from far away. At least one, anyway. Guys get to watch me do some social media work real quick and try to see if we can get some more people in here. Heiskanen, they're showing that Heiskanen running into Makar's stick. I think Dallas wanted a cross-check on that one, maybe? Oh, and Ottinger just closed the pads there late on that tip-in. So the Avs now tied at 1 with 11:58 to go, just under 12 minutes. Puck cycling around, finds Lindell. Lindell going back behind the net again. Touch pass back. Trapped in the corner. Puck moving around. Cycling through. And Nate just has it slip off of his stick that time. But not that time. Poked away for the Avs, and they have an opportunity for a uneven man rush. Lindell. Back across, off the boards, forward. As Manson does a good job pinning up there. Rakovian trying to force the puck off of the stick of Kelly and comes through. Splits everybody. Here comes Brindley. Brindley down to Drury. Or, excuse me, Kiviranta to Drury. That puck Saved by Ottinger, regained by Drury. Dumping it back behind to Kelly, lets it slip through. Parker Kelly going behind. Shot by Kiviranta over the top of the net and just missed. Cycle back to the corner. Dallas trying to keep it out. And Burns just caught in a weird spot, but nothing there. Puck comes out to Drury. Drury dumps it in, and the Avs get the change. Heiskanen behind the net with 10.5 to go. Yes, he is giving up some solid rebounds, and they got to clear it out, but the defense for Dallas has always been a big positive for them. They have a very good 6 guys on that group. As the puck goes into the bench. Jamie Benn, one of, I think 4 players left in the league who does not wear a visor. Because he's 150 years old. Behind the net. $9:59 to go. Duchesne fighting behind the net. Back to Duchesne. Cross ice pass, shot, goes wide. Trickles through. Kadri trying to pitchfork it out and does. Short touch there. Nelson. Sits back, waits, tops the circle, spins. Gets cut down, nothing there, though. Natchez trying to force it. It goes all the way out and picked up by great play by Makar again. Makar is alive. Heavy shot from Makar. Goes well off the top of the back of the glass and leads to an odd man rush for Dallas. Quick touchdown shot. Goes wide. Oh, man, that was almost a disastrous situation. Bad miss there for Dallas. Puck trickles down to the zone. Ottinger forced to play it in a weird situation. Almost picked off by Nuke, but it's out to the Stars. Puck carried around the net. Ernie gets hit behind the net and picked up by the Avalanche. Push it forward to Natchez. Natchez drop pass to McKinnon, carrying it into the zone. McKinnon looking for the centering pass, gets deflected, and they throw it back out to the Stars. Back with that chance just a few cycles ago on the one-on-one. Did not get a shot clean on net. Actually went wide. Avs tap it down back below. Corralled. Taves. Back to Taves. Shot on goal through traffic. Blocked. And good job by Drury to force the dump in from Robertson. Picked up by the Avs D. And cycled back behind the net to Taves. Taves takes it out. Re-establishes. 7:54 to go. Tapped in, and that'll be no icing as he was inside. Bischel has it now. Kelly forcing him to stay in the office. 7:43 to go. Nuggets end up losing 125-118 to Memphis. They've got a serious issue on their hands. I'm a little concerned, if I'm being honest. Puck trickles through, bodied up, and kicked over. Pass gets through everybody. And good defensive play there by Bischel to keep the puck in the zone. 2 Avs collide. Luckily, Kadri looks okay. So does Waugh. Nelson, pin up in the back. Nice work. Bischel has the puck. And Kadri going for the physical play. Ends up turning it over to Bunting. Bunting throws it down ice. Blocked off and saved technically by Wedgwood. Shot goes wide there. All the way across. Dallas has the puck. Duchesne trying to spin through Kulak. Try to center it in front. Can't as Bunting goes for the shot there. Ben giving chase. Pushes Nelson. And corralled by the Avs. Great job there to keep Ben off the puck. Waugh has it. Throws it forward. Brindley giving chase. Lindell throws it over to Heiskanen. Heiskanen high off the boards. Kept in by the Avs and Natchez. And that's going to come out to Manson, who pushes it down as he's hit. Corralled by McKinnon. McKinnon skates in front, poked off of his stick, tries to throw it back in front, nothing there. Skating over and just trickles out. And Manson throws it back in to reset with 6:09 to go. Been very up and down here in this second period. As dumping it in there for Dallas is Bastian. Cycling it around, up and over the top. Not enough for an icing call as it's corralled there by Lundqvist to Harley. Harley carrying it all the way down to the goal line. Puck slips through. Avs corral. They've got a forward back there. Tipped ahead by Kelly. Shocker, Kelly in some mess with a Dallas player as he goes down hard. All the way across, slamming on the brakes is Lundqvist. Goes all the way across to Bastian. He's hit. Can't get it out. Kiviranta's got it. Sends it forward to the Avs forward group. Dropped by through and Kulak giving chase. He's tied up by Myers. That goes across to Robertson. 5 minutes to go. Robertson gets it through. Corralled by nobody. Good job by the Avs to keep it away, though. Makar tied up, but he keeps it back and gets it himself at the top of the circles in the offensive zone. Carrying it all the way through center ice. Pull up. Looking. Drop pass to Taves through traffic. Nothing there. Kadri through in front. And Nelson just couldn't quite get enough on it. Tough angle for him there. This has been very up and down. Waiting for a whistle here. 4.5 to go. Chopped at. Picked up. Oh, scramble in front of the net. And Colorado comes away with it. Taves with the pressure. Taves with a touch pass. Finds Kadri. Dumps it in behind. Nothing there. Trying to throw it deep into the chest of Manson, who's making another nice play. Dumps it in. Forces Ottinger to play with 4:10 to go. Puck in the corner. Kulak pushing it out and kept in by Heiskanen. Heiskanen throwing it back in behind the net. Past Duchesne. Past Bunting to Harakoven. Back to Bunting. And Blackwell couldn't hold on to it, and the Avs come out with it. McKinnon has it poked off of his stick. Natchez flipping it through. McKinnon trying to keep himself alive, keep the play alive, does Nichushkin. Back to the point. Fakes the shot, Malinsky. Malinsky skating heavy through. Shot blocked. And McKinnon playing it back to Malinsky. Malinsky cross ice pass to Taves. Taves back to Malinsky. Shot blocked. Kept in by McKinnon. And kept in by Taves, who throws it back. It's tipped and kept in by McKinnon. But Heiskanen's going to corral, try to clear it again. He can't, but it does trickle through. The Avs make the change. Natchez trying to do something with his shot, deflected wide. Looking for a pass. Nothing there. Bardakov shoots. Stick explodes as nothing happens there. Kept in by Malinsky. Cross-ice pass. Shot from the tight spot off the side of the net. Taves pokes at it. Ivan trying to keep it in. Natchez can't do it, and it's corralled by Bardakov. Bardakov dancing through three guys. Dumps it down low. No icing. 2:38 to go. We haven't had a whistle in about 6.5 minutes. And then finally an icing for Dallas. Whew, I can take a quick breath. My Lord. Avs out shooting Dallas 18-8 right now. Ooh, and Steele catches Malinsky with the follow-through right in the beak. And then here's Bach hitting the post. Makar got away with a slash there, too. So Malinsky get blood all over his jersey. It's a follow-through, so it's a good no call, as Nelson can't win the face-off in the offensive zone, but it's corralled by Makar. Makar through the zone. Nelson's got it. Resets. Looking back. Finds Taves. Back across. Looking. Holding. Makar through traffic. Shot deflected in front. Puck is still free. McKinnon. Back to Makar. Back to McKinnon. McKinnon dusting it off a little bit. Nichushkin, and it bounces off of Makar sticking out of the zone, but it'll stay in. It looks like it got deflected before that. So we'll take a quick break here. I'll give myself a chance to take a little breath. Oh, and again, Nelson in front, and then Kadri with the chance there. And Ottinger just doing enough right now to keep this one a 1-1 game. How about something for the chatters here? What's one film you guys are looking forward to seeing in the new year? There's a few that I'm excited for that aren't out yet that are going to be fun to see. One of them being Ready or Not 2, which comes out on Friday. We're going to try and get to see that hopefully soon. I'm also excited for Dune Part 3 and Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm sure there'll be other ones that I come across over the next few months that I'll be very excited for as well. But yeah, those are the ones right now. What about you guys? Yeah. I'm excited. That trailer got me hyped. The Dune trailer looked really good too. I'm excited to see. I'm hoping it was worth delaying the Batman 2 because I love the Batman, and I'm hoping it'll be good. But Robert Pattinson's in Dune Part 3, so I'm excited to see what he's got. Also, just saw a commercial. Congratulations to the sled hockey United States sled hockey team, also winning gold in Milan. So that's 3 for 3. Also beat Canada in all 3 of those, so that's huge. I'm sure Alex went to bed. It's late for him. But for you lurkers, it's always fun to see you guys popping in and out here throughout the night. Avs and Stars currently tied at 1 in the second period, late in the second period. We are technically in the dying embers of the second period. Dune 2 was one of the loudest movies I've ever seen. It was intentional. The director made it, Denis Villeneuve did it on purpose. Yeah, I'm excited for Dune 3. I'm hoping it's going to be quality. Oh, no, he's here. Yeah, I know. Not just McDonald's Red Bull. It's McDonald's Red Bull in Brazil, so it's like even fancier Red Bull. The Alex actually sent us a picture of a Red Bull from Thailand, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah. 1:56 left here in the second period. Drury in the faceoff circle, douching. Faceoff won by Drury. Burns carries it in. Ooh, and shot just goes wide. Good effort there from Burns. Oh, and then a huge hit from Burns in the process. Flipped up. Kelly going to the corner. Harley giving him chase. Throws it out. Burns through traffic. Deflection. No, just wide. Minute 35 to go. Blackwell dumps it to Duchesne. Duchesne's shot goes wide as well. All the way out of the zone. Poked but kept up. Here comes Manson. Manson taking on 3 Stars. Throws it all the way around. Back around and kept in. Malinsky has a chance. Holds. Throws it in front and deflected. Shot. Saved by Ottinger. Oh, my God. How did he get that? I want to see this again. So Malinsky carries it deep, throws it in front, good deflection, and yeah, he just threw it into the glove. I mean, I can tell you right now, that's the perfect spot. Ottinger just knew. It went into his sleeve. Like, wow, just a lucky save there for Ottinger. I mean, man, Caught that with his sleeve. That was a very good setup play. I don't think Malinsky had a good clean lane, but a nice drop pass. Good opportunity for Colorado there. 1:08 left. Yeah, Otter got lucky. Hardcore. Face off won by the Avs. Throws it on net, and he grabs it. That one he gets in the glove to stop the clock with 1:05 left here in the second period. NHL's second star of the week was Jake Ottinger, 3-0-0 with a 1.65 goals against average and a 94% save percentage. For those of you who can't watch the game on TNT, Natchez from the circle skates around, looks, finds Makar through traffic. That one goes behind the net, pops up in front, and gets pitchforked out, but not cleanly as Natchez carries it. And oh, man, Natchez and Bork going after each other. I don't even know what happened. I would love to see what sparked those little fisticuffs because that seemed completely unnecessary. My goodness, 51 seconds left here in the second period, and it's getting violent. I mean, I've been expecting that from Parker Kelly and Tyler Myers, but did not see that one coming between Bork and Natchez. They're both feisty players. I don't have anything against Maverick Bork, but gee, many Christmas. I mean, I have no reason to ever want to buy a Land Rover, but maybe just for the sake that they test it in some of the most ridiculous conditions to make sure it's worth the exorbitant price tag, maybe? I don't know. The Defender. Interesting. It's a weird commercial as well. Anyway, Avs trying to really find a chance to put things back in a good position for them. Looks like both Bork and Natchez aren't gonna suffer any consequences for the little kerfuffle, but let's see what happened here. Okay, so Bork tied up, he got his stick in Natchez's pocket, and Natchez grabbed Bork's stick and led to a little scuffle. That seemed a bit unnecessary for Bork to be that grumpy about something, but it's okay. We know someone had to be the grumpus. Rakoven loses another face-off, this time to McKinnon. Taves gets popped there shortly. Puck goes around. Avs can't keep it in. Rakoven couldn't get that one either. Dallas forced to play it out here. 29 seconds left. Puck goes up. Oh, skips weird. Makar has it. Looking. Getting collapsed there. And they're going to call a penalty? All right, Makar looks like he's saying that's right. Unfortunately, he's not incorrect. So, and they're going to get bunting for embellishment. Oh, my goodness. So they're going to get Makar for tripping and bunting for embellishment. Oh, so Makar gets the interference penalty, and bunting gets the oh, wow. Wow. They call embellishment on that. Yeah, that's oh man. Okay. So for those not watching, Makar gets the stick in on the ribs, or on the arm of Bunting. Bunting goes down like he got shot. The issue more so on that one is that Bunting is that's a reputation penalty. As the clock trickles down to the end of the second period, we're tied at 1 heading into the third. But no, that's a reputation penalty on Michael Bunting, 1,000%. That's not one that's called regularly on most guys. Honestly, I agree with it for a lot of reasons. He looked like he definitely didn't get hit hard enough for that to have him drop the way he did, especially with how physical this game has been up to this point. So when I come back after a quick chance to catch my breath, Avs 1, Stars 1, and we head to the second intermission. When I come back, we'll have stats as well as score updates from the NHL and around sports when we return here on the Pester Line live podcast of Avalanche Hockey. And we are back here for the second intermission report. I'm Michael LeBois. Just enjoying some time here with the Pester Line live stream of the Avs and Stars as we take a look at our second period stats. Avs outshot the Stars 15-7, giving them a 21-9 lead at the moment. I'm going to have to change that on the score bug there. Avs now winning the face-off fight 57.5 to 42.5. Still 1-for-1 on the power play and 1-for-1 on the penalty kill. Bunting, 2 minutes for embellishment. Makar, 2 minutes for tripping, or as they said, interference. Dallas still losing the hit battle. There have been 46 hits registered in this game as of right now, 24-22 in favor of the Avalanche. This is like a NHL 26 game. Kind of ridiculous. Block shots 16-2 in favor of the Stars. So if you take that into account, the Avalanche have 37 shots attempted. It's not including missed shots or off-target shots. The Avs 12 giveaways to Dallas's 9, so a little bit more of a bad period in that regard. Dallas 4 takeaways to the Avs 1. There's still 141 left in the 4-on-4, but at 6:18 in the period off of a bad post situation, Jason Robertson picks up his 37th of the year from Nathan Bastian and Thomas Harley. Harley is 24th assist, Bastian his first of the year. Currently, Robertson leading the Stars in shots, and McKinnon, shockingly, leading the Avs in shots as well, followed by Brock Nelson, who currently has 3. Parker Kelly, 9 minutes of ice time. He has 6 hits. 6. Connor Blackwell, 8.5 minutes of ice time. He has 5. So, talk about throwing the hammer around a little bit tonight. It's been an interesting situation. Brock Nelson actually leading forwards by 2 seconds in minutes so far. Taves actually leading the defenseman in minutes. He's got 17 minutes on the ice to Makar's 14. 20. For Dallas, it's Heiskanen at 17 minutes. Esselendel at 15:28. I mean, the biggest surprise there is that McKinnon's leading everybody in shots, I'm sure. That's a big shocker for everyone involved. As we take a look at the NHL scoreboard, also in the second intermission, theirs is just about done. The Blues currently sitting on a power play. They tied that one up in the second period, 3:47 into the second period. Dylan Holloway picks up his 15th goal of the season to make it a 1-1 game there. In the second period, 2.5 minutes left, the Flyers extend their lead as Owen Tippett picks up a goal at 7:53 in the second, his 23rd of the year, and the Flyers lead the Ducks 2-0. Earlier today, Cole Hudson picking up his first career NHL goal, a power play empty netter unassisted at 19:43 in the third period as Ottawa falls to the Capitals by a score of 4-1. Ovechkin adding his 25th goal of this season as he continues to rise as the number 1 goal scorer all time in NHL history. The Hurricanes come back and beat Sidney Crosby's return as the Penguins fall 6-5 to the Hurricanes in overtime. Hurricanes were outshot by Pittsburgh 3-1 in overtime. Pittsburgh actually outshot in every period by the Hurricanes as the Hurricanes win the game. Ehlers with 3 assists and Jackson Blake with 3 points for the Hurricanes tonight. He had a goal and 2 assists. Taylor Hall also had 2 points as well. Keandre Miller, though, getting the game-tying goal at 17:09, and then Sean Walker finishing it off in overtime for the Hurricanes. The Devils, on the other hand, finishing off the last-place Rangers 6-3. A rough night for the Rangers again. Outshot 39-18. Just not a great night for them as a whole. Jonathan Quick was in net for them. Saved 33 of 39. Gave up 2 power play goals, 4 even-strength goals in a full 60-minute effort. On the other end, Markstrom faced 18 shots. Gave up 3 goals, all even strength. And so that's a 83% save percentage. Ugly night for Markstrom, but bailed out by a great game from the rest of his teammates as per usual. Luke Hughes leading them in minutes played tonight. Dawson Mercer leading the forward group with just under 20 minutes of action. We are inching closer and closer to the third period here. I'm going to take a quick break. It's a little chilly down here, so I'm going to go grab a sweatshirt. I'll be right back here on the Pester Line broadcast of Avalanche Hockey right here on the Pester Line YouTube channel. Just saw the highlights of the Capitals game. Didn't realize it was Hudson's first game as well with the club. So incredible to see Cole Hudson getting a goal. His brother Lane, a big part of the next generation for the Montreal Canadiens, which should be fun for them. Montreal currently in third in the Atlantic, currently set to face Tampa in the first round of the playoffs. To play the dumbest game in all of the land, because I am just trying to enjoy the opportunity to say this, if the playoffs were to end today, Buffalo would face the Red Wings, Boston would play Carolina, Pittsburgh would host the Islanders, and Tampa Bay would host Montreal. Fun fact that Montreal and Edmonton are the only Canadian teams out of the 7 that are currently in a playoff position. I'm probably incorrect in this, and I don't know why my brain is failing me right now. Yeah, Ottawa just outside, as is Toronto in the East. In the West, just outside as well, Vancouver and Calgary are in the 2 bottom positions, and Winnipeg on the outside looking in as well. 67 points there. Let's see. 4 points back of the playoff of the second wild card spot. My brain just shut off there for a second. Yes. Either yesterday or the day before, Spencer. It was very recently. I saw a post that Lane essentially had him on the phone for like 3 hours giving him advice. I kind of love that. But the Winnipeg Jets are currently 4 points back of the Kings and Kraken, but they are also needing to leapfrog the Predators and the Sharks and the Kings and the Kraken to get back into the playoffs. And it's not looking good in that regard unless all of those teams just decide to have a skid here in the near future. That final playoff spot is going to go to either Seattle, San Jose, or LA, as they are just passing it back and forth over the last few games. Utah currently sitting in that first playoff spot. So Colorado doesn't know who they're going to play in the first round if they can hold off and win this game and hold off and win the division as well as the conference as they sit in first. So they would be currently playing Seattle. The Ducks would be playing Utah. Edmonton would take on the Golden Knights, and the Stars would face the Wild. This is another perfect year example of why we need to go back to 1 through 8. If we went back to conference matchups, it would be Carolina against Detroit, Buffalo against Boston, Tampa against... Oh, I guess I read that wrong then. Carolina would play Detroit. Boston would go against Buffalo. I had them backwards. I apologize. Tampa would play the Islanders, and the Canadiens would host the Penguins. And in the West, it would be Colorado against Seattle, Dallas against Vegas, Minnesota against Utah, and Anaheim against Edmonton. So you'd still get a few divisional matchups here and there, but significantly better breakdown, I think, in opportunities of matchups. And then Colorado wouldn't play Dallas until, if it would end up being Colorado and Dallas, making it all the way to the end, they wouldn't play until the Western Conference Final, as it should be, in my opinion. That's a better storyline in that regard. And, I mean, you're not facing a divisional foe in the first round and eliminating arguably the best teams' opportunities and seeing those best teams again and again. So we are back at Ball Arena here to start the third period. Makar and Bunting in the penalty box. Third straight 20-goal season for Cale Makar. Jason Robertson's tied for fifth in the NHL in goals. And McKinnon, with his assist tonight, moves in a tie for second in NHL in points, probably tied with, let me guess, Nikita Kucherov, which would be just as annoying as it always sounds. Yes, he is tied with Nikita Kucherov. My goodness. So Bunting in the box for embellishment. Makar in the box for a penalty. They called interference. NHL.com is saying a trip. So I guess we'll just kind of have to see what the gods say it is later on. So 4-on-4 action for another minute 41 here as the faceoff is won by Dallas and Wyatt Johnston. Heiskanen cycles it around, and we are officially underway here. Puck rolling all the way behind Wedgwood. Malinsky giving chase. Robertson dumps it back behind. Picked up. Shot goes somewhere. Looks like it went wide. On their horse, here comes Robertson being chased by McKinnon, who gets there first. And then he's chopped by Ottinger, and the puck goes back to Dallas. As the clock ticks down to a minute left on the 4-on-4, Nichushkin with the forecheck here. Lindell spins it back to Heiskanen. And it looks like Maverick Bork's out there with Duchesne. It's Manson and Nichushkin, Nelson, and probably Burns. Puck goes back to Duchesne, as it's Taves, excuse me. Duchesne cut off by Taves. Cycled back to Lundqvist. Lundqvist has out, and the pass breaks up and gets out of the zone with 25 seconds left on the 4-on-4. As Bork throws a reverse hit on Manson. Duchesne puts it through traffic. Shots blocked. Bodies in the crease. Quickly back up is Kadri. As Manson wrenching on there. Duchesne keeps it in the zone. 5 seconds left. Pushed off the stick by Taves. Manson's going to push it over. McCarr can come out of the box, and they have an opportunity. But also, I forgot that there's Bunting was in the box as well. So McCarr comes back, resets, and the Avs have possession. Shots 21-10 in favor of the Avalanche. They took one away in the intermission from Colorado. Nate just tied up in the corner as Bischel will carry it up and out. Bischel all the way into the zone, dumped it down to Bunting, back to Bischel behind his own or behind the Avs net. A little deep for that guy. Back from the blue line, shot gets deflected wide and over to the near side as McKinnon slips it through. Finds Kadri and forced to pull up and gets himself offside. Ottinger's been both lucky and incredible tonight, so can't really say too many negative things about what he's done. And a great play there, getting the paddle back in time to not trip McKinnon in the process. Kelly with a nice big hit. Another hit for him. I think he's got 7 on the night now. Puck all the way around. Shot towards the net. Deflected wide. Kept away as Parker Kelly rolls away with it. Loses it. Puck slips all the way past. Corralled by Malinsky. Bastian getting a little nudge in there late. Puck kept in by Kiviranta. Shot from Burns and blocker saved and out of play by Ottinger. Good shot there from Brent Burns. Burnsy taking over the second place position for the Ironman in the NHL. Fighting with a flu bug the last few games, so that could explain why he has not necessarily been at his best. It's unfortunate, when you want to maintain something kind of cool like an Ironman streak. It's unfortunate that sometimes you have to fight through illnesses to keep that alive. Speaking of keeping it alive, the Avs keep the puck in the zone on the faceoff. Kulak pinched down low. Getting wrenched is Waugh, corralled by Nelson behind the net. Harley and Duchesne back there. Pushed back up to Kulak, who throws it back down low. Harley has it behind the net. Pressure from the Avs. Kept in by Kulak again. Down low, dropped in front, deflected, shot save as Waugh got the shot from the deflection. Nice job by McCarr dancing through. Finds Kadri, looking for the cross ice pass to Kulak. Finds him. Kulak carrying. Back to McCarr through traffic. Shot blocked. And off the stick of Blackwell and out. So a couple more block shots, and that will be an icing call. So Avs can get a fresh group on, and the Stars continuing to play strong defensively here. Hudson signed his deal 3 days ago, by the way. Just thought I'd look that up while we had a second here. Taves pushing it across to Malinsky. 15:54 to go here in the third period. Still tied at 1. Both of these other matchups have gone to a shootout, so tells you how consistent these two teams are about each other and how equal they are in competitiveness. Taves has it, sends it across. And that's going to be an icing call, or offside as well, as Nate just tried to make a play, and it got pushed off his stick out of the zone. Nichushkin gets caught offside. Too many Stars jerseys in this beautiful home arena. Tends to be the case from time to time. Is it Galutzin? What is it with Dallas and weird names tonight? Johnson going up against Drury, and Johnson gets the win back to Heiskanen. Dumped in, and Burns does a good job to try and fight it off. Manson giving chase. He and Bork going at it in the corner. Puck gets pushed up high. Kept in by Dallas. Manson's going to tip behind the net. Carry his momentum forward, and puck is still in the zone. Manson has it, chased by Robertson. Goes to Burns. Slows it down, and the Avs clear the zone as Drury dumps it in. Hit by Blackwell. Heiskanen has it. Heiskanen sends it around the boards all the way up. Tipped and kept in. Kadri shoots. Glove save as it was going high, but Ottinger had to make a stop there. And the Avs putting the pressure on here. Maverick Bork looks like he's exhausted. Must be getting affected by this altitude. Face off in the Stars zone. And one back to the blue line. Shot through traffic wide. Kadri gives chase, plays it back into Colorado. Big hit in the corner again. And puck gets played out. Another big hit. This one by Bischel. Staying on his feet. Oh, that should be a penalty. And no call. Bischel brings him down 100%. Looked like a trip. It's going to be an icing. Nope, not an icing call as it slows up enough. 14-12 left. I maybe just saw clean contact that looked worse than it was. As bringing in, McKinnon gets it dropped through traffic, and it's picked off, and here comes Bastian. Through the zone, flipped forward. Corralled by Manson, who's then hit. And the Avs keep it out. 2-on-2. Puck pushed forward, drop back to McKinnon, dusting it off a bunch too much again. Throws it towards the net. Corralled by Nichushkin as he's bodied up by Harley, and Lundqvist has it now behind the net. Chased by Natchez. Stolen by Natchez. Puck gets trickled through, bodied out, and cleared to the Stars, who dump high and out of the zone. That took a weird bounce, but they're going to wave off icing. Taves has it. 13:20 to go. Flying into the zone, dump and chase here. Here comes Kelly to try and keep it in. It goes through him, but it gets to Taves at the blue line. Centered in front, saved by Ottinger off the skate. Bischel gets hit. Myers showing off his skating ability. He'll move it through. Picked up by Dallas, dumped in high, caught by Wedgwood, and he'll hold. Drury and Ben meeting at the goal with 12:55 to go. Ooh, I mean, unintentional there, but big hit from Bastian on Manson. Manson getting right up like nothing happened. That's two big men going at it right there. Ducks get on the board as Michikov assists Carter Gauthier, scoring against the team that drafted him. The Flyers still lead that one 2-1 in the second intermission. 9:44 to go in Calgary. That game's still tied at 1 as well. Chat's gone silent. I'm thinking everybody fell asleep on me here. But that's okay. Happy to make this content for everybody all around. Happy to be here. I know, it's just you hadn't said anything in a while. I was just being silly. That's all. Don't worry about me. Alex is very tired, I'm sure. It's super late there, so can't complain too much. Yes, Alex's defense has, in Alex's defense, he has circumnavigated the globe in 2 weeks. That's very true. When do you get back to the States, my brother? Yes, it is. We missed him in the last episode. We can tell because our numbers are bad. If you haven't had a chance, go ahead and go listen to our last episode, Rule 3111. Apparently, you're the soul, Alex, because that episode is not as loved as a lot of the other ones. Also, the Alex-centric short exploded quickly. It's got the most views of anything we've created. So hopefully, it slips through the stick. Almost deflected by Waugh. Waugh pokes it back to the blue line. Resetting Waugh again. Waugh putting Johnston in a blender. Kulak through traffic and goes over the top of the net. 12:25 to go here in the third period. Avs have 15 missed shots to Dallas's 14. That's not including block shots. Goes back to Johnston. Covered up. Great job by Kulak to force Johnston wide. Puck squirts away from him and pushes up and out. No, that's not even it, man. Trust me. But we'll be happy to have you back on Tuesday as we get set to record our next episode. Change to our schedule, by the way. Episodes will be released the day after they are recorded, which is always nice because then they can be fresh and relevant as opposed to a week after. Natchez spins through and kept in. Great job by Taves there. Goes back. Shot. Saved by Ottinger. Pushed down behind the net. Natchez gets tripped up by the net, or so it looked like. Nichushkin keeps it into the zone. Played back behind Natchez. Natchez touches it through. McKinnon has it poked off of his stick and carried up and out by Ben. Ben turns it forward, but offside. Jason Robertson with one of the craziest goals of the night, but he's been denied, pretty much held at bay the rest of the way. Robertson currently sitting with, let's see here, 3 shots on goal, one of which has gone in. So that's always an interesting caveat to have in this one. Puck bounces through and out into the Avs zone. Myers slips past to check Bischel, turns it over, shot from the point, skips in front, and Ottinger pushing it away. Let's see what the call is here. Who's the penalty on? And it's going to be on Tyler Myers. So the Avs with a chance for another power play opportunity here. Myers going to the box. And that's going to be huge. Manson put a blast on it. And it's Parker Kelly drawing the penalty. Let's go. By the way, it looks like 3 players in the league still do not wear a visor who are grandfathered into the visor rule. Natchez has it from Makar. Goes back to Makar. Goes back to the top of the point. Natchez drops it down low to McKinnon. Pressure high on McKinnon. Trips it to Natchez, who, thought he had a chance there. Makar to Kadri. Kadri dusting it off. Back to Nelson, back to Kadri. Back to the top of the point. Fake shot. Kadri. Back to Nelson. Nelson back to Kadri. To Makar. To Natchez. Natchez to tipped. Going to McKinnon. Heiskanen trying to fight it off. Avs staying consistent on the pressure here. Makar through traffic. Shot gets blocked and stays down. Shot from Makar again. This time it's saved. And Heiskanen pushes Nelson out of the way. 1:10 left on the power play. Power play has looked significantly better here in the last with 2 possessions. 40 seconds of passing, but they're maintaining possession in the zone. They're not losing opportunity. They're looking for a good shot. It looks significantly better. Oh, off the crossbar for Makar there. It's looked a lot better, in my opinion, than the last, I don't know, month. That hit the elbow. That hit the friggin' elbow. Face-off won by the Avs, cleared back to Makar, who has it knocked out into the bench, so it'll stay in the offensive zone. "40 seconds of passing." I can agree with that. If it were shooting for the sake of shooting is not always a good case in every regard, in my opinion at least. But I think they've looked much better tonight than they have in, I don't know, a while. Puck now to Kadri. Back down low to Nelson. Natchez from in between the circles, and he gets denied again. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, but if you're gonna shoot and it's just gonna hit a shin, I mean, Gerard's favorite spot was someone's shin for a long time, so I mean that is a plausible opportunity. I think the power play has looked significantly better tonight than it has in the last, like I said, the last while. So that's just one of the things I'll take away from tonight, especially if they score another one here. 50 seconds left in the power play. They've already had 2 shots on this one on goal already, 1 miss. So that's 3 attempts at least. So Nelson in the faceoff dot wins it back to McKinnon, who slips the defense here. McKinnon gets it back to Makar. Back to McKinnon. Wrong-sided. Flipped in front. Ooh, and Natchez gets absolutely punched in the mouth. Going for a play high. No call there? Really? Unbelievable. I mean, Natchez trying to make a dangerous play. I give him props for that. McKinnon in the zone. Slips it back to Makar. Back to Natchez, who's on his feet. Back to Makar. Fake shot from Kadri. Deflected in front and cleared out. I don't know how you don't call something on that Natchez attempt. That's super dangerous play from Dallas. Here comes Drury into the zone fast. Tries to go across, and nobody there. Puck gets floated up and out, and Taves will be the first one there, cut off by Bork. Kept in by Dallas, through in front, tipped back behind, and the Colorado Avalanche have an opportunity here. Oh, he got blown up all right, but I mean, I guess it was viewed as clean. I'd have to see it again. Ooh, another big hit by the Avs. Taves dispossessing Dallas there. Puck's going to bounce off the glass. And that'll be an icing call with 8:19 to go. So 3 shots on the power play for Colorado. I want to see this. I wish they'd show that Natchez situation again. I don't know if they will. Probably won't. Focusing on Taves and Burns for some reason. Yeah, and Natchez airborne got absolutely cooked. Harley through traffic deflected. Ben, back to Harley, back to Lundqvist, through traffic, wide, kept away by Wedgwood, poked away there by Bunting, sent back around again. This time through traffic again, deflected and not saved. Ben, back to Harley again, thrown behind the net this time to Duchesne. Shot from Lundqvist is blocked by Kelly and pushed out. Great job by Parker Kelly there. 7:45 to go. Harley, as Nichushkin trips on the red line. Puck goes through behind. Kulak corrals and sends it around to nobody. Oh, nope. And the Avs take another too many men penalty. That was clean. I'm mad about it, but it was clean. But that's another stupid penalty the Avalanche can't afford to take. Don't know why they're taking that one. Here again, confusion, always a problem with stupid bench minor penalties. This will be the second game in a row they've taken too many men. This is the biggest kill of the season right here. Be curious to see how this one comes across. So Myers took the 2-minute minor for hooking at 9 minutes. The Avs take a 2-minute men at 12:27. Calgary currently on a power play as well. 2, 4, 5. Yeah, that was just a horrible change. Great job, gentlemen. So Ben in the face-off circle with Nelson. So it's Ben, Johnston, probably Robertson, Heiskanen, and Bork, probably. Tipped back. Played to Heiskanen. Puck juggled, but kept back. Shot through traffic, kept away. Good job by Nuke to force it wide. And Robertson playing it back to the down the goal line. Back to Robertson. Robertson looking for a lane. Nothing there. Minute 33 to go in their power play. Looking for the bumper spot, which is Duchesne. Can't do it. And the Avs will clear it out. Ottinger plays it short. Heiskanen getting a reset as the Avs make the change. Drury now out there with Robertson. Drury challenging here. Duchesne drops it back to Robertson. Or excuse me, to Johnston. Johnson goes to Robertson. Tied up by Drury. Great job by Jack Drury again. And then again, it's like I said last broadcast. Drury does the things that aren't necessarily on the score sheet all the time. He's that kind of guy. If he is expendable, he's expendable, but I love the things he does. Goes across to Ben. Shot save. Cleared out by Manson all the way down. 40 seconds to go. Harley now out there. It's Harley, Robertson, Bork, Rakovian, and Bunting. Carried in, dropped pass, dropped into Rakovian. All the way across. Avs there, off the face of Hartley, kept in. Excuse me, by Bunting and kept in. Good job. 13 seconds left. Hartley. Down low, looking for something. Deflected wide, kept out, kicked out. 3, 2, 1. Massive kill for the Avs. Big kill there. 5.5 to go. One shot on goal in that whole stretch there for Dallas. Pitchforked by Taves, kept in behind the net. Oh, man. Scary moment there, but kept away. Avs can get ahead if they can try. A little bit of speed here. Natchez, drop pass. McKinnon through traffic, blocked. Rebound, save. Puck goes all the way across. McKinnon waits. Shoots through traffic. Oh, almost snuck through. Great job by Andre to protect the bottom. 4:57 to go. Puck goes off hard wide to the corner. Chopped at, but kept up by Dallas. And thrown into the zone for change. Kadri with a push-off. Puck pops way up and out. Bischel has it. Big hit off an Av player there. Pushed up by Kiviranta. Corralled by Manson. Has it slide off of his stick there. Puck returns all the way around. Picked up there by Bach. Thrown back to Bischel. Bischel out there now with Lundqvist. Puck off the boards and kept trapped there. Herkovian trying to throw it out. Blackwell trying to make a play on it. Scooped away by the Avs. Thrown up but not out. Now out. Scooped up by Nelson. Gets back just in time. Nichushkin trying to make a play, and he can't. He's tied up by Myers. Good job by Tyler Myers there with 3:42 to go. And Bork loses it. Waugh has it, throws it into the zone. Avs can't get there, but Myers will. 3.5 to go. Puck moving to the front. Tipped by the Avs. Opportunities abound if they can get it. Kept up and thrown in by Dallas to the corner, close to the net, and pushed away. Malinsky. Natchez threw his legs to Kadri. Kadri has McKinnon if he can find him. Got him. McKinnon pulls up at the circles. Waits, holds. Pass missed the target. Was looking for Taves, and he just put it behind him. Taves has it. Sends it off the boards to Kadri. Kadri cut off, and Dallas just kind of trying to hem him out now with just under 3 minutes to go. Makar. Bunting being the pest that he is. Great job by Taves. Dumps it in. Carrying across. Lindell's going to look. Finds his D partner on the opposite side. All the way through to Ben. Ben finds Duchesne. Duchesne trying to carry it in front. Saved by Wedgwood. Keeps it wide. And the Avs can get numbers if they hurry. Parker Kelly has it poked off of his stick. Great defensive play. Manson forcing Ben to make a mistake there. 2:23 to go. Myers tied up by Kiviranta, forcing it back to Bischel. Bischel chased by Nelson. Bischel back to Myers. Myers pushing it forward. Poked off the stick of Blackwell and out. Corralled by Myers, and they reset. Nichushkin with a great forecheck there. Here comes Nelson. Nelson through traffic, shoots, has himself tied up, can't quite get a shot off. And Nichushkin's going to try and play it off. Myers still out there. Bischel still out there. They've been pinned back by this Avs forecheck for the last little bit. Myers looking to try and clear it out and gets past Kulak. It's going to go all the way down. Is that going to be an icing? It is. So Bischel and Myers have to stay out there. 1:37 left in the third period. Oh, man. Ben found Duchesne, found Johnston, and they keep it out. Great job there. Whew. Kadri had a chance now. Kadri in the face-off circle. And still in the face-off circle. As Blackwell gets the win. Oh, nope, they're going to throw Blackwell out. Potentially? Nope. Looks like it was just a bad face-off. And now Kadri breaks it, so Kadri's going to get tossed. Nope. This ref just can't seem to get anything right here. Okay, so 3 false starts in a row. What's is the ref going to take 2 minutes for delay game? What the hell? Kadri. Okay, they clear it this time. Call it a draw. as Natchez gets his pocket picked. McKinnon maintains possession, plays it out through traffic, and Ottinger's going to cover and hold for a whistle at 1:25. That's the 30th shot on goal for the Avs. Excuse me, 31st shot on goal for the Avs. Outshooting Dallas in this period 10-5. That's something you like to see. Calgary and the Blues going into overtime now. Taves has it. Dumps it to the corner. See what he was trying to do there. Oh, capes it in. Good effort there. Still fighting. Still fighting. Maverick Bork spinning out of the play there. Ooh, awkward landing there for Natchez. Looks like he's going to be okay. Puck bounces into the corner. Pile up with the linesman in there. Avs poke it through as we're under a minute to go. Puck behind Natchez, but he picks it up. Throws it in deep. Little stick check there from McKinnon fighting with Heiskanen. Nelson tied up behind the play. And 42 seconds left. Good job by the Avs to play it down. Good job by Manson there. Corralled by Kiviranta. Slips through the D. Gets his pocket picked, though, by Johnston. Johnston throws this one in deep. 27 seconds left. Avs flip it back behind. Maybe one or two more rushes left in this one as Kelly has it check up on him there. Harley has it. Throws it back across to his D partner, Lundqvist. Great job by, what a play by Val Nichushkin. And no call there. 2-1. We're headed to overtime. Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable. Another Dallas Avs game going to OT. Just a crazy, crazy 3 periods of hockey. We get more. That's just the scariest statement I can make is we get more. Calgary on a power play for 2. There's 2.5 minutes left in that overtime. Calgary on the power play. Let's see what blue infraction there was here in overtime. Pavel Buchnevich high sticking on Connor Zary. Robert Thomas got a 2-minute for unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm curious what he did. This will be the final game of that series between those two teams, as St. Louis has actually won the first 2. The other game's still going on. It is still 2-1 halfway through the third period. Ducks starting to outshoot the Flyers, though. It's 28-24 as they look like they're starting to make a little press to make something happen there. I don't think they know it's past your bedtime either, Alex. It's the frustrating part for sure. But thank you guys for hanging in for the entirety of the game. Really hoping that overtime is a good one for the Avalanche. Again, both teams walking away with a point. The least desirable scenario for these two teams. The Avs now at 98 points. Dallas at 95. But that being said, Avs can go to 99 and inch their way closer to 100 points. Final game will be April 4th, before a potential meeting in the postseason. Avs have doubled up Dallas in shots tonight, on goal at least. Dallas with 20 block shots to Colorado's 5. And the hits slowed down in that period as there is now 54 hits in the game. Puck won by Dallas, so it's Heiskanen, Johnston, and Robertson against Nelson, Makar, and McKinnon. Robertson with the drop pass to Heiskanen. Shot saved by Wedgwood, and he'll cover. 4:44 left in the short overtime here. Heiskanen didn't necessarily have an easy shot. Good job by, I believe that was Nelson. Yeah, Nelson creating a little issue for him to make it a little bit more difficult. Good job by Wedgwood to know it was somewhere, protecting himself there. McKinnon loses the faceoff. Nelson making a play to try and make it a little bit, or excuse me, Nichushkin making a play to make it a little bit more difficult. That one's going to squirt around, chased down by Robertson, who's going to throw it up and out. Avs are going to make a change as Ottinger throws it to Heiskanen. 4:26 to go. Heiskanen to Robertson. Robertson walking it in slow. And picked up by the Avs. Here comes Necas. Necas on Harley. And Necas on Harley. Spins back, waits, looks, holds. Necas. Still Necas. Shot saved by Ottinger. Carried up by Harley to Duchesne. Duchesne controlled by Nichushkin, and Necas will have it. Poked off of his stick. Thrown up and out of the zone. Ottinger is going to tap it up to Johnston. Johnston gets a little check as it goes to Heiskanen. Nelson out there now. Goes to Bork. Bork drops it to Johnston. Shot over the top and into the netting with 3:31 to go. Oh, Nate just put that one off of Ottinger's mask, and his one of his straps popped off. So Nelson in the face-off circle now. The Avs have won 35 face-offs now as Makar takes the puck. Drops it back to McKinnon. McKinnon carries and spins. Drops it back to Makar. Makar looks, waits, holds, carries it out of the zone. 3 minutes to go. Makar all the way through. Drops it down. Blocked off there. Kept in. Crossing it up. McKinnon looks, shoots. Saved by Ottinger. Body check comes through. Heiskanen's got it. 2:45 to go. Heiskanen getting chased by Necas. Drops it off to Rakovian. Rakovian has it taken off of his stick. Heiskanen carried back, looks. Passes over to the third guy in the group. Back to Rakovian with the little deke. Good job by Necas to keep him wide. 2 minutes to go. And Harley throws it in front. Saved by Wedgwood. Corralled. And it's going to be a push. It's Malinsky. Malinsky push into the zone. He can take an opportunity here. Malinsky with the cross-ice pass. Taken away by Harley. Opportunity there, and just not enough. 1:58 to go. All the way up to Duchesne. Duchesne spins it forward. Wraparound opportunity. Denied by the Avalanche. Drops it back to Duchesne. Duchesne tries to spin again. Throws it in front. Kicked away again. Robertson couldn't finish. Throws it on net again. Denied. Again denied and poked away. Huge saves by Wedgwood once again. Wedgwood doing everything right with 1.5 minutes to go. Malinsky pinned off by Johnston. Cycling through, drops right back. And McKinnon clearing off for Nichushkin. Nichushkin carries it, gets it back to McKinnon. McKinnon sneaks it through to Nichushkin. Oh, almost put it back on his stick for an opportunity there. The puck goes up. 1:07 to go. Puck all the way up to Johnston. Johnston carrying it in, looks, waits, spins back, holds in, carries out of the zone. 53 seconds left. Back to Johnston again. Wyatt looking. Covered by McKinnon. Tries to lace it through to Bunting, and it's not there. Good job by the Avs defense. Kept in by Bunting. Waits and holds, looks, and denied by Makar. 37 seconds left. The Avs have an opportunity. Gets it up to McKinnon. McKinnon, 2-on-1 if they got it. McKinnon looks, waits, tries to make the pass, and instead, oh my God, he should have taken the friggin' shot again. I don't know why he does that every time. Heiskanen knocks it down, 22 seconds to go. Slips it to Robertson with time, and it's wide. Kept in by the Stars. Carried back out by Duchesne. 11 seconds to go. Duchesne against McKinnon. McKinnon forcing Duchesne a little wider than he wants to be. Shot goes off the side of the net. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and we're going to another shootout, folks. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my God. Oh man. Wow. Yeah. An absolutely crazy situation there. And yeah, so we're going to a shootout. Unbelievable job by Wedgwood to make the plays that he needed to make. And, I mean, hey, every game in the series has gone to a shootout. We could just put money on April 4th being a shootout. That would be stressful, too. Thanks a lot, guys. So Wedgwood doing everything right tonight. Only goal scored was a amazing play by Jason Robertson off of a weird deflection off the post, and the Avs score on one of their power play opportunities tonight. Yeah, 1 for 2 on the power play tonight. So 50% on the power play, 100% on the kill. Avs 3-5 this season in a shootout, but 2 of those are against Dallas. Dallas 4-4. So Wedgwood in net. As the Stars will go first, and it's Robertson. Robertson starts wide, carries, looks, and tries to wade out. Wedgwood makes the glove save. 0 for 1. It's the exact same move he tried last time. Wedgwood got him with the glove last time, too. Ooh, that graphic is broken. So Ottinger in net facing Nichushkin. Carries it up high, wide, looks, holds, and glove save by Ottinger. Nichushkin trying to go with the backhand. Yeah, those glitchy replays are brutal. It's I think it's the graphic that they have that's creating the issues. But Nichushkin right into the glove of Ottinger. Yep, fix the graphic. There you go. Duchesne slow walking. Shoots and denied. Wedgwood not even phased. Good job there. As it'll be Marty Natchez to take the next one. Didn't even need to show a replay of that last one. Maybe they can't. Maybe the replay system's broken. Natchez walking in, hesitates, shoots, and over the top. So 2 shooters down, 2 misses. I also need to go to bed soon. So Wyatt Johnston carries it, holds, waits, looks, and oh my God, that was just he just froze him. That was a great job by Johnston. Just knew exactly what he was doing, and Johnston puts it in the back of the net. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy, just a perfect shot and knew right where to put it and beat him perfectly. Here comes McKinnon. McKinnon starts wide, pulls up, looks, shoots, and misses. And Dallas wins 2-1 in a shootout win. Tough loss for the Avalanche here. For a game they controlled in certain aspects, you just gotta give Dallas props. Ottinger, while he got lucky, also made some critical saves at critical moments. Unbelievable game from both teams. This is going to be April 4th is going to be one of the craziest games of the year. I can just say, yeah, McKinnon just missed wide left. He had him beat, just pushed it a little too far. With that, Dallas closes the gap to, I don't know if they've updated yet. No, Dallas will close the gap to still keep it at, let's see, that would be 2 points. No, can't be 2 points. My math sucks. I'm stupid. 98, 95, 96. Yeah, 2 points. Rest well, Alex. We'll see you in a couple days, man. Just a tough situation for Colorado. I got to find it here soon, or we're going to be hurting. But hopefully getting some healthy players back will make a huge difference. Ottinger gets big star of the game. Wedgwood also star of the game. Both goalies play their butts off tonight. And just unfortunate that you had to go to a shootout yet again. Tough break for Colorado as a whole. But with that being said, I'm going to turn in early tonight. Not much in the way of the post game. Give you guys a last rundown of the post game stats here and see if there's any other finals on the board. Flyers still up 2-1, going 2:33 left in the third period. Flames win in a shootout 2-1. Shootout winner was from Joel Farabee, former Flyer on that one. Good for him. Final stat line for the teams tonight. The Avalanche outshoot the Stars 34-18. Outface off them 59-41. Avs get one of two power play goals and stop both power play opportunities for the Stars. Avs out hit the Stars 29-25. Stars blocked 20 shots from the Avalanche tonight to the Avs 6. 14 giveaways and 6 takeaways for the Stars. 12 giveaways, 5 takeaways for the Avs. Dallas leading the season series, heading into the final game of that season series. That will be April 4th. And truth be told, just a tough break for Colorado all around. At the end of the night, though, according to NHL.com, the 3 stars of the game, third star, Scott Wedgwood, 94% save percentage, Cale Makar a goal, and then first star, Jake Ottinger, 97% save percentage tonight. Your final score again in a shootout, the Dallas Stars beats the Colorado Avalanche by a final score of 2-1. Thank you so much for sticking around all night long. What a game and crazy game all around tonight. Thank you so much for watching with us tonight. If you haven't yet, please leave a like. If you also haven't, please comment, subscribe, do all the fun things that YouTube asks you. We'll be back soon. If you guys want to listen to the podcasts, episodes will be up the day after they're recorded, so it'll be a sporadic schedule. With that, I'm Michael LeBlanc. Thank you so much, and okay, love you. Bye.